Hello, 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 and welcome to the Rag Company Q&A Thursdays, where, as always, I'm your host, Dane Hennon, and to my right, Levi Gates.
Hey, what's going on?
And to my left, Anthony Fisher.
Happy to be here, Dane.
Zero enthusiasm. Love it, guys. We're having a great day. They're
Ladies
testing
and gentlemen,
me.
that's because it is Friday Eve.
Q&A Thursdays, baby.
We're ready to rock
right.
and roll
Every week.
every
Right.
week without fail.
Exactly.
That's right.
Guys, any housekeeping? Anything like that going on we should be talking about?
Not a whole lot. Honestly, we're just super excited. We've got a lot to get going. We've got a lot of questions to be answered.
Yep.
Well,
But,
there's a little bit of
Anthony?
housekeeping. Just a little bit.
All right, let me just start it off a little bit here. You guys had Buffalo Wild Wings for lunch. Buy
Yeah.
one, get one for free meal. How did that happen? How did that go? I want to hear
Oh,
how
Levi.
that worked out for you guys.
Why did you have to rat us out like that?
It was...
Listen, as the founder and chef of Tony's Wings, right?
Wow.
No,
I
you gotta
cannot be
understand.
seen
This is the
eating
housekeeping, guys? Really?
inferior
No, you
wings.
have to taste inferior wings to make sure that you're still on top of your game.
I know I'm on top. I am best on top. The thing is that these inferior wings, they don't deserve any of this media that we're currently giving them right now.
I just wanted to know.
Okay.
Wow, you're just really
Because
starting
you
us off
are-
on a weird footing.
You
Okay,
are
listen.
the wing connoisseur, and this was the first time you said, "Hey, they're doing a buy one get one.
I know.
What if we try it?"
Okay,
And
so-
I heard you asking Dane, what kinds did you want? What kind of salary did you want? What kind of veggies? I just want to know how to go.
So today's National Wing Day, if you didn't know.
Oh,
Okay.
That's why.
It was National Wing Day. However, it's National Wing Day with one of the nation's biggest chicken wing shortages.
There's a chicken wing shortage?
Levi, see, the thing is, I don't want to bring this up here.
Well,
It's-
I'm
now
doing what G.
there's gonna
Davis
be
says.
panic.
We're hashtagging blame Lou Berge on
It's
this.
not the place, it's not the time, but yes,
I
there's
repurposed
a
that comment
national
from
chicken
something
wing
else.
shortage
He needs to be
happening right
delivering
now.
them chickens.
So, for some reason, chicken wings are just a hot commodity, right?
Okay.
You can still find them if you search around, but I mean, right now it's a
Yeah.
little short, right? So, being National Chicken Wing Day, and being that I don't think I'm going to have time tonight to air fry up some of Tony's Kitchen's famous wings, right?
Right.
As much as I would
Well,
like
it's free
to.
wing day. Your wife is waiting. She's ready for free
She
wing day.
hates chicken wings.
Oh, okay.
Hates 'em.
Oh.
This must
So-
be a difficult relationship.
Are you gonna?
So with that, yeah, she hates chicken wings.
Okay.
She hates raw oysters. She hates octopus. All the things that I love so much.
Really? Wow,
She hates. It's just super weird.
Okay.
But anyway, so I'm not gonna be able to cook chicken wings. So I thought, you know what, Buffalo Wild Wings. Not that I like going down that path because it just, as a wing connoisseur, it's a forbidden fruit, not in a good way, a bad way.
Remember, guys, this is a car podcast.
So I hit up Dane. I said, "Hey, do you want to get on this with me? I'm just hungry for some type of flavor, like some buffalo flavor."
Some sort of flavor train for your tongue.
So we got on that. So we ordered them. It was good. It was just good.
Yeah.
Not great. It just kind of.
What if I
Scratch that itch.
could? What if I could get some of those delicious wings from our friends at the Partition Bar in Saugerties, New York,
I would go.
Oh.
with
hand
that.
delivered here?
Yeah, that would be nice.
It's
be
probably
very
not
cold
ever
by
going to
the time
happen,
they
but
got
I just
here.
wanted to see.
Man, that'd
Would
be.
you feel pretty
amazing.
good about that?
Great wings. But no. So there's some actual housekeeping I have to do.
Oh,
right now.
okay.
I thought-
Finally,
yeah.
something real. All right,
All
let's
right.
do it.
I've said it once before, and I'm going to continue saying it
Oh, man.
every single
Here
week.
it comes.
But you need to head to
Oh.
dabbledetails.com.
How many weeks are left?
giveaway. This, I think, like 1 week.
Wow!
left,
Holy
maybe.
cow!
dabbledetails.com/giveaway because Dabbler is running the full gloss giveaway with proud sponsors such as Viper Chair, G Technic, The Rag Company, Beads Racks, Spotless Water Systems, and O'Burke Car Care, with a grand prize of a Rupes LHR 15 Mark III
Also.
for prize package number 1. Now, how does this work? You go to dabbledetails.com and you buy a ticket.
/giveaway.
Yes, and you buy a ticket. Buy one of these tickets. These tickets will get you into the door for this giveaway, but not just that, because all the proceeds from these tickets actually go to Homes for Our Troops,
Yeah,
right?
good
Going to a
cause.
fantastic cause, support something great. Dabbler's done such a great job with these past 2 giveaways, and we want to keep promoting them and getting more people to enter these things because he's really doing this out of his own goodwill.
Yeah.
And
That's really cool.
somebody's going to win a freaking Viper chair.
Yeah.
the G Technic line.
Oh, gotta be crazy.
Rag Company towels, beads racks, a spotless water system. I mean, hell, I would love to have a spotless water system.
Amazing.
Right?
Yep.
I have one, but
heard
I
rumblings
would,
of like
I would like another one if I could have another one.
Another prize, like a
Double
secret
spotless system.
Yeah.
And then Obert Car Care. Man.
Wow.
Some
Holy
fantastic
cow.
compounds and polishes. So I don't know what more you could want. Seriously, go enter, buy as many tickets as you care to buy, right? Buy 10, buy 20. You might spend a lot of money, but again, it all goes to a good proceeds. It's fantastic. So, yeah, I wish we could enter.
Be
You know
nice.
what? I'd pull the Dane approach. That's what I would do, right?
Whoa, what's that?
Dane entered a giveaway.
Yeah.
Spent $600. He may have won a $100,000 truck, right? But I would go into this. I'd buy as many tickets as I could.
So let's say this is what, like a $2,000, $3,000,
So let's just say I wanted to
$4,000
make.
price
Well,
package.
if I wanted to make, I don't know, like $100 donation,
Right.
right? Just to say, hey man, it goes to a good cause.
Mhm.
How many tickets would $100 get me at $6 a ticket?
It probably gets you quite a bit.
Like what, 15?
Probably 15, maybe
Right?
maybe
I don't know if my
16,
math's right.
17.
I don't know.
Something like
Regardless,
that.
it
What's
would
it,
get me a
$6
handful
a
of
ticket?
tickets, right? I'd feel good about it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I spent $100 to potentially win like way over $1,000 worth of
Yeah.
stuff. Way over
Mhm.
$1,000.
I like it.
How much does that add up to? That's got to be a lot.
Hundreds of dollars.
Well, no. See our spotless system, $400.
$1,000.
Rag Company products, probably another couple hundred, maybe $200, $300.
$4,000.
Okay, this is just really adding up in your head.
$2,600.
You went lower now.
Oh,
I
sorry.
can just visualize
Dane-
all the viewers
Dane, let's just
leaving right
mathematically
now as
figure
they
this
go,
out.
Wow,
They're
I
not
can't
though,
listen to
Dane.
these
I'm
guys.
looking at the numbers. They're actually growing.
Yeah.
Is there any comments on how much is actually worth?
No, there's comments about our mics popping.
Oh,
Oh.
that's a hot pop.
But
What's
Dappler said
popping?
over 3,000.
$3,000.
$3,000?
Wow, impressive.
Wow.
That's
Like,
what I
you
see
guys
there.
need to do this. You need to go down to
Spend
dabbledetails.com
$100. You win
/giveaway.
$3,000 worth of
Donate
stuff.
it because it's going to a good cause, and there's a potential
Dane-
to be like Dane and win a
Dane,
prize pack.
What if can Liz enter this giveaway for
Oh
you?
yeah, that could be a good
That
idea.
just feels shady.
Well,
I
it
don't
does
know.
feel hot
about
right
that.
now.
I don't think that.
Gotta get some of that
that's
luck.
allowed.
Dane, you have a big truck that needs a CR spotless system.
It does need a zero. Actually, no. We went over this in my upcoming garage video. I have a wash bay.
Oh, he does have a wash bay. It's
Yeah.
a full custom wash bay. It's
Wow.
extremely nice. So you guys will have to see that. Which brings
I
into
didn't
my
even have
next
to pay for
point
it.
of housekeeping. I'm sorry. I know you guys want to
Oh.
get the questions answered. I'm sorry. But
Down
this,
vote for the cause.
this Saturday,
Yeah.
we have our, I'm going to call it our pilot episode of our potential new series.
Oh, yes.
Potential.
Honestly, the fate of this series is in your hands, right? You have to take this and love it
Are we
and run
sure it's
with
the
it.
strongest one to lead the cause? It's kind of like the pilot episode of certain series. You know, the pilot episodes are never really the good episodes. It's to get you started, get you a taste.
Well, because the
It's
characters
second,
haven't found their groove
third,
yet.
fourth episodes, sometimes second season, to really kick it off the mark.
That was Parks and Rec for me. That
Yeah,
first season
Parks
might
and
as well
Rec.
not exist.
Don't even need to watch the first season.
The second
You
season's
know?
where it really
I was
starts.
trying to watch. I watched the show the other day. I watched the pilot and I was like, it's okay. It's not great. I watched the second and third episode. I was like, this is a little better, but you
Shows
really
like that. You start in the middle,
kinda-
and then you go back to the
So
earlier
here's how
episodes
you find
once
out.
you know the character.
They're marked
to get
pilot.
some background.
Yeah.
They don't actually give the episode a name. They just put pilot on
Yeah.
it as the title.
It's like
of
the
that
least
episode.
imaginative thing ever.
And
'cause they're
that's
like,
when you know
probably
it's
not
like
gonna work.
it's a throwaway.
Yeah.
So as long as we don't mark our pilot episode as pilot,
Yeah.
Literally
We'll
just
be all right.
an accidentally scheduled release. Oh, I didn't finish my title and description. It says pilot.
It was
Yeah.
like when I
We're
watched the
screwed.
very first episode of The Vampire Diaries and just like, what is this show? And
Yeah.
then fell in love with it.
yeah. But the pilot,
Good
you
for
couldn't
you.
tell.
Wait, you guys don't watch that either? Okay, so sorry.
That's for kids.
But getting back to what I was trying to say though,
Maybe what we do in the show.
the fate of the show is in your hand.
Yes.
Watch it. If you guys love the concept, love the idea of it, then you have to like this video. You have to comment because
Big
we
thumbs
need
up.
Please,
we
for
need
the
that
love of all
algorithm.
that is holy,
We
go
need-
click that like button because things are rough.
Yeah,
we need the algorithm gods to bless us.
They
we
have
know
not been kind.
you guys love watching this show, and we want more people to be able to find it, and hopefully
Yeah.
more people are like us and have our same sense of humor. So we want that to be able to happen.
Yeah, we
And-
filmed 2 episodes. So we got
Yeah.
the first one dropping. Got the second one getting worked on. We're going to go shoot the third one tomorrow.
Yeah.
at your
my
the
place.
MOSHQ.
Yeah, the MOSHQ.
So, guys, keep in mind, this is the show where you get to see our HQs. I mean, this is it.
And
Yeah.
it goes well
So-
beyond us, hopefully. We can
Yeah.
include even more people.
So-
So
we
you
having-
have to like it. I mean,
we
this
going
is
to-
what most
Does that
people
mean
have
we're
been
going
wanting to
Eggman and
see.
Earl too tomorrow?
What's
Are we
that?
going to Eggman and Earl tomorrow too?
Oh.
So yeah, so in
gonna
Dane's,
be a
we
little-
went to something special in Dane's
Okay,
episode. I won't
excellent.
spoil
Yeah,
that. I'm
gosh,
sure you can
spoil
guess.
everything.
So
for
you
people.
guys don't get to see any of that unless you watch this first episode.
That's right.
Yeah.
We're holding the rest hostage until you like this one.
Yeah, for at least 2 weeks.
Well, at least 2
For
weeks
at least- for at
until we
least-
release
for
the
at
second
least
episode.
2 weeks. So
Yeah.
yeah. Anyway, so please go and like it. It launches this Saturday. And then here in the next couple weeks,
There you
not
go.
even 9 days, 10 days, 9 days.
9 days? Yeah, we're going to be flying to sunny, beautiful Monterey, California for
Crazy.
Monterey Car Week.
I know.
Yes.
We're really looking forward to it. This is our first trip, and we're excited. I'm a little
Yeah.
nervous.
A little nervous.
I'm a
Our
little
first
nervous.
trip
I
since
realized-
that happened.
Here's what I realized. Remember, we are, for lack of a better term, consummate jet setters, right?
I don't know what that means.
We're very good at flying.
No. Horrible flying.
We are great at
Awesome.
Literally
being
the
ready to
worst.
travel. We have all our various solution packages.
We do.
Bring my stacks of like 200 batteries that
Yes.
look like a bandolier. Definitely doesn't
Yeah.
raise any
So,
flags at the
Here's the
check.
deal. Started going through some of my stuff. You know, want to get it ready.
Yeah.
Couldn't find my new fire tablet that I purchased specifically for this trip. Right?
Oh.
My children have commandeered it, infested it with games,
Oh,
which I now have to
used all
delete.
my memory.
It's also dead.
Okay.
Very upsetting. So
Yeah.
I'm like, great. Now I got to go through, prep this one.
Yeah.
That's part of the MOSHQ travel entertainment solution package. Now, what about the charging solution package, Anthony?
So, charging solution package for my stuff?
For your stuff, for my stuff, I open up my pack to see what I've got in it. My
Yeah.
charging solution package kit. What do I open it up to? Just pens,
Oh.
a couple ink pens, and
no.
some earplugs.
Oh, man.
And I said, I put all my cable. I got to go find all my cables. I got to find all my
Yeah.
bricks. I got to get. The point is, we got a lot of stuff. We got to get ready.
Yeah.
Our cooling solution packages, all that kind of stuff needs to be
Yeah,
ready
there's
to rock and roll.
So many packages going on. So I will say though that I mean probably for this trip, not to get into hot bag talk, I probably will be bringing probably the American Cargo
Ooh, nice.
backpack, right?
Yeah.
The one I brought to our UK trip. It's just
Yeah.
really handy.
Fits nice,
Along with
comfortable.
probably the small away bag, right? That has the built-in charging solution
Ooh,
package
yes.
in it, which is
Yeah.
fantastic. Definitely bringing my entertainment package, so the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
With some freshly downloaded games. I will
Excellent.
probably be playing Hades and whatnot.
Okay, guys. Okay. That's all well and good.
Oh,
but I'm going to
Dane.
cut you off right there.
How many questions do we have, Dane?
There's a few, but I wanted to get to one last piece of housekeeping that's actually like
Oh,
relevant, that is
okay.
important, that we want to talk about because Alex Dora brought it up here.
Yes.
Happy
Oh!
Friday Eve, TRC family. Hope everyone's doing well. Excited for TRC Rex on Bring a Trailer. It's going to be bittersweet for sure. And
Oh, good.
Alex
So
is
it goes
right.
up tomorrow.
No.
Oh.
When does it go
So
up?
we were told, and this is why I want to bring it up, is because I've had lots of people asking.
Bring
now I have
a
a
trailer
timeline,
down.
a month away. So
Oh.
it's basically 4 weeks until we get a confirmed listing.
Okay.
And then they're gonna basically
So 1
drop
month.
at some point after that.
Possible.
Why
1
so
month.
long? Is it just because
They
they don't
have
like us?
probably hundreds or thousands of cars that they're going
Submissions
through.
they
They
have
have
to go
so many
through.
submissions coming in. Yeah.
Really?
So,
So
they're
we'll keep you
constantly
posted when
filtering
that
through.
happens.
But the reason I bring it up is I want to keep it front of mind because we won't have any more new TRC Rex episodes coming out to remind you. We have to tell you here to make sure that you're on the ball when that thing goes live for auction at bringatrailer.com.
But we're also going to go live on Instagram, Facebook.
on the
here,
final day.
all that
However,
stuff.
the part to note is it will have been running for at least 6 days prior to that final
Oh,
day. And I
until the
want to
last
make
day.
sure most of their
You know what we're
auctions
going
are
to do,
7-day
Dane?
auctions.
Here's what we're going to do.
I just want to make sure people are aware of this because
I don't know if
I
you-
hate that feeling when
Yeah.
somebody goes up to you and goes, "Well, I didn't know about it." Guys,
So-
we try and
So
notify
here's what we're going to
everybody.
do. Just like the Today Show, when they did the Where in the World is Al Roker?
Yeah.
Every day that the Bring a Trailer auction listing has started, we're going to start fresh every morning
Yeah.
with a quick little live via our Instagram, just to let everybody know, maybe Instagram and Facebook, to just remind people, guys, day 1, Subaru's on Bring a Trailer. guys, day 2, Subaru's on Bring a Trailer.
Yeah.
And we do
Yeah.
that every single day
And we'll give a reminder
as a
of
countdown till the last day.
all the things that come with the car, because it's not just
Correct.
what you see. There's more.
Yeah.
You have multiple sets of wheels and tires, all that kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
won't go into it, but you
Here's
get
another
it. There's a
thing.
lot.
Maybe we reach out to some of our friends in the
Yeah.
industry to do a little live, let
Maybe
you
we
know
will.
kind of
Yeah.
thing. Like, hey, if you're not watching right now, you need to get over to Bring a Trailer. Maybe a little video from our friends.
Scott over at
Someone like
Koenig,
that.
something like that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe we get
That
our
could be
get our
cool.
friends. Maybe Matt. Maybe we get folks like that.
Yeah.
Maybe Freddie. Give us a little bump.
That'd be fun.
Hey, go check out the Bring a Trailer.
Asking a lot.
It's not asking too much.
Okay.
I
don't
think we
know.
could get it done.
Let's
So,
talk to them and find out,
anyway,
maybe. Who knows?
Good job, Dane. Really appreciate
I just
that.
want to make
letting
sure
everybody know.
we covered that base. Now, we do have several questions, comments here. I could just start off
Let's
at the
start
top
with
if
Ed.
that works with you guys.
Just start with that right there.
Right
Hey,
there.
TRC team, excellent job on the TRC Rec series. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with on your project cars. Thanks, Ed.
right.
Poets Flamel, happy Friday, you guys. Finally got my hands on Solution Finish Trimmer Store and Over the Top. Looking forward to using them this weekend. Nice. I've been using a lot of that the last day because
Have
I've had
you
to make
really?
a bunch of videos
You dog.
on Solution. It's like I'm the Solution
Fun.
Finish
Wow.
king.
Wow.
So very nice.
Grant Hawtree, very helpful.
Yells out ham and cheese sandwich. I think that's what
So
one
now
of
we
his
have-
children was calling for at Anthony's attic.
So now we have food yellers, not
Wow.
just
Delicious
product
food
yellers.
yellers.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Maybe stick to the product. yellers,
Hans
just
saying happy belated Wash Wednesday, guys. Thank you, Hans. Tone Zors. That kind of sounds weird. Sounds like tone sores, right? Like toe sores.
Don't say it like that. That
Tone
just sounds
Zors.
gross.
Zors.
Hey, gang, polishing efficiency question. I remember talk of leaving a compound on and going straight to polishing. Was this with TLC or the Hyper Twins? So originally it was with the Hyper Twins, but you can do the same thing with the Last Cut. That's one of the great things about that product. I'm also assuming you couldn't do this for the entire vehicle, right? The compound would be way hard to remove. It is a little bit, but one thing you can do, dunk a towel when it does get that hard. Dunk a towel in O&R, wring it out, and use a damp O&R towel to remove the polish.
Yep.
I think he's
It helps
saying
break
that
off.
like if you were to compound the whole vehicle
Then
and then
come
go
back
back through
around.
to polish it, it might be a little tough in some spots. Yeah, if you want to do that, just maybe just don't bite off more than
Yeah.
that one panel at a
Right,
time,
yeah.
right? But then
It's
you're
like
swapping
coating.
your
You're just
pad.
not going any further.
It
than
also
you need
depends on
to.
the temperature in which you're working in.
Yeah, and cause the thing is honestly, man, I would say that hyper compound got way tougher to remove than last cut compound. You
Last
let
cut
that you
is
let
easy.
hyper compound sit. Holy crap, man! It's like concrete.
Yeah.
It gets pretty tough. But anyway, yeah, you can try that. Maybe try a panel at a time, see how it works, and then go from there.
Well, and the simple logic of it is if a product is too hard to remove, somebody who may not know better ends up putting way too much force on the towel, rubbing against the paint, and ruins the nice work that they did.
Yeah, that's
So-
a possibility.
Yeah,
you
you
have
just
to
wanna
be
prevent
careful
that.
with the force,
Yeah.
right?
Just saying.
That's right.
Just ask any Star Wars.
Peter,
Start lifting up your kid.
Peter Brookins. Hey, TRC crew, happy Friday Eve from Central California. Looking forward to today's show. Hey, Anthony, you asked what part of California. I was wrong.
Dang.
All right.
Well,
Decon Detailing saying, sorry. Where's Decon
Ooh.
there? What's up, TRC crew? Happy Friday Eve. Looking forward to another Q&A. Levi, how is Adam's truck coming along? It's done. It's here. I texted
Yes.
him today and said, it's ready to go. Come get it. He said, okay. Can I keep it there for a little while? And I said, sure. It'll be fine over the weekend.
We are now
So,
storage.
We are storing his truck for a little while. So, SJ saying, ready for the party. Ken Jeeper saying, hey, hey. Peter Brookins saying
Oh,
that,
there we
he's
go.
from Sacramento.
There
That's
you
where
go.
he's from. Excellent. Jacob Terry, what's up, boys, from Idaho Falls, Idaho.
Hey.
What are you guys using to clean up the bugs nice and easy that won't strip protection?
You know, O&R.
So
and
O&R
can
is
do
probably going to
some.
be your best,
Yeah.
safest way
Yeah.
because most of your bug removers are going to have detergents and cleaners that are going to be there to remove them. So PNS Bug Off and G-Technics G6, I think is what it is the
W8 bug off, the bug
W8?
remover. W8's bug remover.
W8's bug remover. So
Yeah.
W8 G-Technic.
Oh, no. Despacho says so many downvotes.
How many downvotes total, Dane?
Oh, I didn't look.
Just give us a
First
quick
from
look.
Puerto Rico saying hello TRC
8.
team.
We have 8 downvotes.
Yeah.
Wow, lots
now,
of
now you
downvotes.
see.
Dane, why did that happen?
Well, I don't know. Maybe it's because we didn't start answering questions soon.
That's
Happy
not
Friday
true.
Eve, guys, on the Concourse Edition Q&A. there was a pink PNS bottle of something called Dreammaker. This may have already been answered previously. Was that a new? I don't know what you're talking about, Adam.
I think that's a figment of your imagination.
Dream. I remember on our April Fool's posts on
Yeah,
Instagram.
we did an
Oh,
April
yeah, that was like a
Fool's
rendering that
Yeah.
PNS sent us.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, it wasn't
funny-
even a very good rendering. It was
Fool's
honestly just
joke.
kind of a rush
Like the
job.
longest product name in
Feels
history.
good to
Yes.
laugh.
Yeah.
God, like
It
who
was-
would
it
name
was
a product
pretty
that?
funny.
That's the longest name
It
I've
is
ever
the longest
saw.
one.
Yeah.
I remember seeing the full name now.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, guys,
Yeah.
you need to tone it down
So
a little
like
bit.
10,
So yeah,
10 words in there.
I don't know,
Yeah.
guys. No
was a good
Dreammaker, as far as I
Graham
know.
Marshall, good evening, gentlemen, and another Friday Eve awaits us. Thank you, Graham, for hanging out with us. Mobile Detail in Pittsburgh. What do you got to do if you got to wash a car in direct sunlight? Well, you got to go fast, and you got to watch the way the sun hits and the temperature. So
Don't spend too much time watching how the sun hits, though.
don't do that.
Oh,
That's right.
Yeah.
So here's what I would do. Try and wash half the car and watch how you spray. So rinse the sunny side, get it wet, and then go straight to soap and then rinse. Don't try to go all the way around the car. Don't try to get the roof and top. Then try to get the top, rinse, soap, rinse, and then dry it if you can. That way you kind of dry as you go, and you're kind of piecemealing the car together if you have to use soap and water. Otherwise, get yourself some helpers and have them bust their butts all the way around the car while you're doing the spraying. That way you can kind of
Yeah.
keep up, because if one person can keep a car wet, as long as the car stays wet, it doesn't start to dry. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So you
But
could, I mean,
literally keep it wet.
honestly, the answer to your question, really though, is I just rinseless wash it with O&R. That's the easiest way to do it.
Easiest way.
But if you're obviously having a pressure wash, then you just got to work fast. That's
Yeah.
just an unfortunate part of
and
that.
here's another great thing. Grab yourself some FSE.
Ooh, FSE's right.
Wipe the car down with afterwards.
Well, it's
from
a quick
Coach Kemi.
detailer with a limescale remover, so it'll remove any mineral deposits that you have left in your vehicle. So FSE is definitely it's become a product that you want to have in your arsenal.
Yeah.
It really is. You can't.
I
can't
think
beat
your
it for
brain
what it
did an
is.
autocorrect because you said Pittsburgh. PA is Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh is in Pennsylvania.
Oh,
but
yeah,
it's not
sorry,
necessarily-
Pennsylvania. Sorry.
Yeah. No, I think you just did the.
Riggy
okay,
Cologne. All right, it's that time. Awesome time of the week. Love the TRC wrap up video. That color really pops. It's pretty nuts.
And Humberto just saying hi to
Humberto saying hi to
everybody.
the crew.
Nice. Tony's Wings from
I
Adam
know.
Hancock. Alex Marshall
no.
loves it on the top. Peter Brookins, Tony's Kitchen is above Michelin level. You're right, Peter, it is.
Yeah,
What's
it's
that
that
mean?
Michelin means so
like
a Michelin
yeah, the
star.
star.
Yeah.
It means it's like one of the best restaurants ever. And
But
if
it is
that
related to
restaurant-
the tire
now, here's
company,
the deal.
believe it or not.
Here's the deal.
As
Here's the deal.
Fun history
restaurant
fact.
Yeah.
First, I've never
Here's
heard of
another
this.
funny
Cool
thing.
history
Here's
fact.
another thing. Your restaurant could get a second and third Michelin star, meaning that you're that good.
But
not
is
only
it-
did you
is
get
it-
1 star, but now you've got 2
Is
or
a
3.
Michelin star when they rate it like a 5-star restaurant?
Yes.
That was considered the Michelin
Well,
star.
if you let's say like
Originally
a 5,
had a different meaning.
but
Dane's got
let's say a 5-star restaurant. If it receives a Michelin star, it's now no longer a 5-star rated. It's
called
a
Michelin rated.
Michelin rated restaurant.
Never
So
even been to
yeah.
a Michelin rated
you
restaurant.
know you
Where
haven't.
do you find them?
No,
You would know
haven't.
if you had.
Yeah.
You know, how do we have one in town?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
Really? We suck at cooking until now.
Until now, Tony's
No,
Kitchen.
the Michelin
Kitchen.
rating was originally designed to help sell tires.
Yeah.
Like it was part of go back
No,
to
serious.
the
this doesn't make
early
any
No, it's
sense.
true.
You're
It's
Go
trying
back-
to tell me a tire company is making
Go
restaurant
back to the
reviews?
early 1900s. They're trying to convince people that yes, automotive transportation, a car is the future.
Is a
so they're trying to get
restaurant.
people to do it. They're trying to sell tires. They're trying more people driving in their cars. Hey, there's this fancy restaurant. You want to go to it? We put it in our nice catalog, our little like roadmap thing. Here's a Michelin rated
It was
restaurant.
an auto
that was a
catalog
way
with restaurants
to
in
get
it.
Yeah.
people to travel to these places.
Michelin is a
it's nice
French
enough.
tire.
It's worth the travel,
French.
and it's further than you can go by foot. And it's going to take a while on a horse. That horse is going to get tired. Why not take a
Dane,
car
a tire company
on
has
Michelin
no
tires?
business
That's the move.
rating food.
Yeah. So here's
Yeah.
the deal.
Fun
you know,
fact.
You know Gordon Ramsay?
Yes. I
He's
thought he was a
Michelin.
Pirelli guy.
He's Michelin rated.
No, what's the Pirelli score on that?
don't have that.
Continental, perhaps.
Possibly Continental is
Wow.
the name of a restaurant.
That's such BS.
I'm pretty sure
Michelin
anybody who
star
gets
is
rated
literally
extreme
a tire
contact
company?
sports
So
goes to prison.
something that I think
I don't want to have anything to
so I
do
think
with that.
you need to figure out how
Unless
to
I get
get
a sponsorship for Pilot Sport 4s. That would
Okay,
be
we're
fun.
way off base.
Nito,
anyway,
Nito sponsor. Nito sponsor.
the next
driver.
comment is something you will enjoy.
Okay. Here, G. Dave says Anthony on top. Boise's #1 wing and mail fertility shop.
Thank you.
Oh,
G.
man. The
Hey,
graphics of
TRC,
that.
hope you're doing well.
It's very
Greetings from
visual.
Atlanta. Thank you, Neil. We appreciate it. And Umberto seems chickens have been smarter than anybody to allow them to trap them.
Here they're fighting back, is what they're
getting
doing.
you. All right. And then Neil White says TRC should do a live stream with chicken wings on a
Guys,
smoker.
okay. Hold on, really quick. I told you all I would make you my wing recipe if the last food review, which was actually, Dane reviews the Portuguese beans, right?
Mm-hmm.
If that got 110 likes,
Yeah.
then I would make Tony's wings.
Yeah, I remember that.
I don't know what we're sitting
I don't
at.
know what Glenn's sick.
We're at 76, guys, so you
Ah.
need to get like 40 more likes on that.
Wow.
Be nice.
Wow.
If you want Tony's wings, that's the deal.
Apparently they don't want them.
Not that
Ken
bad.
thank you,
Deeper,
Ken.
also, there's a brain cell shortage. Thanks, Ken.
Yeah, I'm feeling it.
Despacho saying our mics are popping like hot popcorn in a microwave.
Well, hopefully
Nice.
that's been solved. That was 21 minutes ago.
Yeah, Luke
so.
Berge says he's, G. Davis says Luke's hoarding chickens and Hans has a stash of disco pants. Graham says, I watched the Rag Company White Details video. Dane, you were right about Anthony's mustache. Immediately, shabow, shabow, shawing, shakalak soundtrack sprang to mind.
Now that is
That's
something.
amazing. DG says there's no video.
Oh, but
Phil
there is.
Bloomer says, hope everyone's
Looking
having a
at it.
great Friday Eve, feeling positive, working away in Salisbury this week in Orpington near London. Can G-Technic Quick Detailer be used as a drying aid? Yes, Phil, it can. There you go. And then Cameron Messina, freshly minted father, says Dabbler said over $3,000 in items.
Man, I hope Cameron, because I know Cameron got a free ticket. I hope that he picked up a couple for himself.
I hope he did too.
Because
Yeah.
I think all those items would go to a really good winner.
Yeah,
You
think
know,
so.
New father, man.
Bearded Hunter saying,
Yep.
what's going on, my dudes? Great to see the Knights of the half oval table. Thank you, sir.
I was
Thank
also
you.
pointing out Dabbler
Yeah.
confirmed yes
Yeah,
over 3,000.
Dabbler
Couldn't
that?
afford the full oval in
Yeah.
this particular setup.
Hans always got to ask.
No international. Sorry, Hans, but I know you would love to be able to help. Maddie saying, what dilution ratio do you recommend with Green Star for cleaning wheel wells?
For cleaning wheel wells, I would probably go. You could start at 10-1 and then
Yeah.
just go down from there. You could go 10-1, 5-1. This depends on how dirty they are. But Green Star a little goes a long way.
Yep.
Phil Bloomer says, guys, do you prefer C2V3 or CarPro Reload as a ceramic spray sealant? I go C2V3 all
Yeah.
day. I mean, I don't have that much experience with Reload, but I will say C2V3 is, you really can't go wrong with it. I mean, little goes a long way as well, and it's just a good
No.
product.
Oh, this next one.
Mike C, I like this. Oh,
Our
my
favorite
God,
pair of words.
Scott from DPC, I don't even have to read anymore, says, talks about the road film at least 100 times in each of his videos. Is that really that big of an issue in general? As long as they do decon washes every 4 to 6 weeks, is that okay?
No, but it's a great marketing
you don't
tool
even
if you're a
have to do
YouTuber.
decon washes every 4 to 6 weeks. That's ridiculous
Yeah.
that you feel like you have to do
So,
decon washes.
You gotta
It's
remember,
traffic
guys,
film is a specific
He
terminology
called it
used,
road
but
film,
road
traffic
is
film.
like a-
But here's the deal: it's a dirty car.
It's a dirty
the
car.
thing they go is they're like, you got to get this traffic film off the cars. I'm sorry, you're just washing the car. Wash the car.
Now,
if you want to
Q-
use a little degreaser, if you want to use a little pre-cleaner,
APC or
if you want to
whatever.
use citrus foam, if you want to use Pearl, if you want to use any of these things, go for it.
Now, someone in the audience here
No.
will probably, if they are used to this, they will come back and they will retort that no, traffic film is something specific. It's
Yeah,
a
it's called
mixture of
driving
oil
around in
and
the
things
rain,
on the
Dane.
road
It's
that
called
make their
driving
way
around
from
in the
asphalt
rain.
up onto your vehicle, and you go, yes, that's a dirty vehicle. It's yes.
Who needs
That's
a
what it
car
is.
wash when you can just drive around in the rain? Am I right?
Now,
So here's the deal: when it's
Sorry if
raining,
that's gonna
you get
bother
all that
somebody.
stuff on the dirt of on the road, right? So the road gets wet.
Call it dirty rain.
Dirty rain. We have dirty rain here. It's
oh,
horrific.
dirty rain sucks.
So here's the deal: you get all that water on the road. So everything, the dude that blew his transmission up, that dumped all the tranny
That
fluid.
was you.
That was not me.
That was literally
That
you.
was not me.
The giant coolant
the guy
leak was
who's
him.
the guy whose big block leaked oil all over the parking lot.
You're
Also
literally
you.
describing yourself.
Not me again. Let's just say yesterday I pulled up here, driving the Suburban.
Yeah.
Parking lot was soaking wet.
Okay.
yeah, 'cause it
Completely
rained.
wet. Torrential downpour
Yeah,
we had yesterday
surprise,
for
by the
a
way.
microburst. The whole parking lot's all wet,
Mm-hmm.
right? I'm driving into the Suburban.
That
But 2
fresh
minutes
layer
ago,
oil
I was
all
driving
pools
on
up.
the dirt on the highway and it was fine,
Yeah,
dry road. But as soon as I
Mm-hmm.
pulled in the parking lot, soaking wet.
yeah.
What happened? Everything that was on that parking lot got onto the side of the truck.
Yeah, it's a soup on top of the asphalt.
Right,
now.
because the tires kick it up. That's it. It's just dirty water.
Yeah, but what about like any type of like, remnants of old fossil fuels on your vehicles? I mean, fossil fuels, it's not like they came from the earth themselves.
Yes, they did. Yeah, they
literally
did.
where
Actually,
they came
that's
from.
where they came
What?
from.
No,
They're
but
refined.
No,
Here's the deal.
That's
They're
where they
You just
refined.
take some of what Matt's talking about, recommend with the Green Star for cleaning the wheel wells and the brushes, and you spray that on the vehicle. Break that stuff up. Get the dirt
Honestly,
off. The other thing you can do is just spray water on it.
You know what I'm ready for? So
Scrub your
we
car.
already know that citrus foam is good from G-Technic,
Yeah, it's
right?
beautiful.
But I think between super foam and active foam, eventually
coming
coming
from
from
Coach.
Coach Chemi,
Yeah.
I would. That's just going to be my answer to the traffic filmers of the
Yeah.
world, right? I would just say just use that soap. And,
and I think-
if you're so worried about the whole film and deconning and all of that, and you want to start over every single time you wash your car, just use those.
Yeah.
It's your
And at
big
least have
reset
fun.
button.
At least
Yeah.
have fun because they're
The
great.
biggest thing is people got to understand, you decon your car so that it's ready for protection.
Yeah.
Then you put the protection on to help make it easier to remove all of this stuff off the vehicle.
so that you hopefully don't have to use quite as strong of a product the next time. when you're
Correct,
cleaning.
Dane. That is exactly
So
right.
that you don't use something that could potentially remove the protection you put on it.
Agreed. So traffic film is not an issue if you protected your vehicle properly, because it's not going to bond or stick to the vehicle in ways that it's not going to be able to be rinsed off properly or safely.
Now, I just
So-
want to make clear, I'm not sarcastically remarking
I
anybody
am.
here.
I am.
I'm not doing that to anybody who's viewing right now. This
I'm
is strictly
ready.
for all
Let's
the
do
people
this.
who turn this into some insane argument online as if it needs to be, which it doesn't,
Yeah.
and makes it way more complicated than it needs to be. I'm just saying it doesn't, and I'm the simpleton here when it comes to detailing. So,
Grant.
just saying.
Then Matt said, what dilution do you recommend with the Green Star? So again, 3-to-1, 4-to-1, 5-to-1, 10-to-1, and to use the wheel and body brush. And then Grant Hotry saying, Dane,
Moving to the next page.
well, he was talking about Vampire Diaries.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he was.
There you go.
There you go.
Anthony likes likes the kind of TVs. It's good.
Yeah.
Peter Brookins says he can't wait until Tony's kitchen can get chicken wing confetti risotto.
Ooh, that
risotto.
sounds delicious.
Risotto. Bam.
G. Davis says, do a live from the MOSHQ where Augie stabs the lawyer viewer of the Q&A. I'd buy that T-shirt.
Yeah.
I don't think we have that kind of loyalty.
Honestly, I could probably get probably find a picture, possibly. Or if Luke Berge's willing, Augie would punch somebody. He'd have no problem punching a person.
He was hissing at me yesterday.
He was hissing at you
Jeez.
yesterday.
Growling
It's
at
just a
me.
wild
He
animal.
kept hiding in the corners.
Yeah,
Pop out.
growling.
Ha!
And when he says the corners, he means on the ceiling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Creepy stuff. All right.
Lizzie McGuire,
Peter.
Pretty Little Liars, with Peter Brookins talking
I think I'm
about.
gonna pick Pretty Little Liars. I think
Yeah.
over Lizzie McGuire. Just
At least that's a slightly more adult show.
Yeah. Lex Garage saying, can't wait to bid.
Good man.
And then Matt, how does Leather Star compare to Color Lock's conditioner?
So they're both really good. Leather Star. I feel like Leather Star is going to be. How do I say this? It's going to be
They're
more
both
for.
certified by Mercedes.
They're both Yeah, they're both very good products. But I think Leather Star is going to be good for probably. I mean, how do I
General
say-
purpose.
General purpose. I think general purpose, like fast conditioning, it's going to be good. I think that Color Lock's conditioner can also be very fast, but it's more of a methodical product. It's something that feels more professional in the sense that, okay, this is an
Yeah, like-
experience.
Like clean
And-
it and protect it and then maintenance it.
yeah.
So maybe do like
it's hard
Color
to
Lock
describe.
and then maintenance with Leather Star.
Like, I mean, for example, when I got my new seats that I got recently, right, and I, did the Color Lock sealant on them, and I cleaned them and did all that, it was like I was putting a coating on it, which, I
Yeah.
mean, technically I was.
I did that with my new Viper chair.
And,
A little bit of Color Lock sealant on top.
nice, keep it going.
Keep it nice.
But it's something that just feels a little bit more, I don't know, something like the experience is just kind of there, I think, with the Color Lock system. But that's not to say that Leather Star it's still fantastic. It's still a great product. It'd probably be my second choice out of those, at this current time. I mean, I used to love the Optimum leather protectant.
yeah.
And I still think it's a good product. I also really liked, what else was I using for a while there? Gosh, I can't even remember right now. My brain's a mush, but I
What
would
was
say
leather cleaner?
I was using the Wolos, but then even the PNS leather treatment is fine. I think that the PNS leather treatment is like this, just a standard leather conditioner, and I think that anybody's going to find that and be like, okay, I'm comfortable using it. I think the Color Lock is, a great experience, but I think the Leather Star is probably right between the middle there, between leather treatment and then the Color Lock stuff. So
Okay.
if that helps.
Epico Bananicus.
Can I use polishing on pads on headlights, clean them, then use them on paint, or should I separate them? No, you can just clean them.
Also,
Yeah. Oh, and then he says, favorite combo for a strip wash to apply a new accent sealant. Citrus foam is great. Green Star mixed with GSF. Or just use even Power Clean 4-to-1, 5-to-1. You can spray it down. And
You can do that in between your wash.
You could,
right?
yeah.
You could do that at some point in your wash to where you're washing, and then you hit a little bit of Power Clean, then go back every.
I used to do
everything.
it first. I would spray the car down with that,
Yeah.
and then I would rinse it off. I would wash to get it wet that way, so it had time to really attack as much of the dirt. Rinse it off, then throw my soaps and all that kind of stuff on. So
sure.
Petro, our very own Josh
Hey,
Petro,
I know that guy.
saying, "What's up, boys from Vegas?" So him and John are currently in Vegas doing the exhibitor summit for
Yes.
SEMA.
I thought they were there for a bachelor party.
No, they went there
They're
for
getting
Thursday and
brushed
Friday.
up.
They're down there.
Wow.
Yeah. Cameron Racina says, any tips on how to detail while severely lacking sleep? This is what an SOP is designed for, a standard operating procedure. This way, when you're tired, your body just goes into automatic mode when it's cleaning. This is why I recommend repetition. This will destroy your body in certain ways because you're doing the same movements over and over, but your body already knows those muscle movements, and you can just keep cleaning.
You're
Josh
proof
Petro
positive.
sent me lots of pictures last night from him and
that
John
was-
at Tacos and Beer, one of our favorite
That was
places
rude.
in Las Vegas to eat and enjoy.
What do they
that
serve
place.
there?
Tacos and Beer.
I mean, it's right in the name.
Wow, it's in the name.
Brian Schwab, hey TRC, happy Friday. Would you fix water spots? How would you fix water spots on a ACK bumper? The car
Back.
has a CSL XO V4 black BMW. I noticed that the back end of my car gets beat up the most. I was thinking of one step and then coating.
Try W9.
Yeah.
Try, or it's W9, right?
Yeah, W9.
Try W9 water spot remover from G Technic. Seriously, it might just take it off, and it's coating safe. That's one of the one of my favorite things about that water spot remover is that it is coating safe, and I'd say it works like 80% of the time.
Yeah.
Very rarely have I seen it to where it doesn't work. So try that out. Give it a shot. And then mobile detail says talk about washing in direct sunlight. So we did. We covered that.
We covered that.
Yeah.
Unless you have a specific question about that, in which case, go ahead and ask that.
And then we have plenty of other Q&As, and we actually made a video on detailing in direct sunlight and using a car, not a car cover, but using a
tent
an
shade.
awning.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
The old
Using an
tent
awning.
shade helps
It's on
out a
our-
lot.
It's on our YouTube channel. So Peter says, would Uno Pure with a Rupa's yellow wool or white foam burn through the UV clear coat on a headlight? With Rupa's Uno Pure, you would be there for a very long time.
Yeah, that's
It
not
is
gonna happen right
extremely
away.
unlikely that would burn through. I think, unless the coating is like already failed, I don't see it being
Yeah,
possible.
it really depends on the current
Honestly,
condition.
we on our Subaru, the Subaru actually had, before we refinished the headlights, it had
Like a
wipe on
do-it-yourself
clear.
kit,
It had
yeah.
had a DIY wipe on clear coat. I'm guessing probably the Cerakote kit. They had to sand the Cerakote. That was a wipe on clear coat.
Yeah.
And they still had to sand it. And so if you're worried about what's left on the headlight, regardless of what's currently on there, if it's the OEM finish or OEM clear coat, I don't think that combo would burn through. So try it out.
Then Josh again letting us know that he's in Vegas eating at Tacos and Beer again.
Oh, thank you, Josh.
Then Grant Hotry, Dane, what happened to my family comment update from like 2 hours ago?
It wasn't there.
I don't know.
We
It must
had
have
everything we
disappeared,
had.
Grant. Sorry, man.
Let us know, though. if there's
Soft
something
gummy
you wanna
bear.
say.
Do you let PNS inspiration get hard before you use it? No, you don't.
That's a good
man.
question, Soft Gummy Bear.
We have a lot of things that we let sit out to get hard, but definitely not that.
Yeah. Poets Flamel, how do you guys handle every social neighbors who want to chit chat all the time while I'm stressing about chemicals which are drying on my car?
Like that, remember how I mentioned that?
You've got your new
was that 2
spot
Q&As
free?
ago or
Yeah.
a couple
Yeah.
main shows
You
ago?
got your new spot-free system.
That was like
Yeah.
one ago, yeah.
Yeah, spot-free, having spot-free water, having making sure that you're working in the right setting. So, like, I don't mind it so much in the evenings when I'm washing because I don't worry. There's no sun, so I'm not worried about the baking action that causes water spots.
Yeah.
I'm not worried as much.
You're talking like after sunset or
No, like my house
the house blocks
faces
the
my
sun?
house faces north. So
Okay.
when the sun goes behind my house, my whole front yard is shaded. So
Sure.
I wash out
Yeah.
there in the evening. I don't mind it so much.
Yeah.
It's when the sun is directly on the vehicle, that's when it gets me, Larry. So like Saturday mornings when I wash, there'll be a bit of sun,
Yeah.
and I'll be trying to wash, and a neighbor will be out walking his dog on a beautiful Saturday morning, and they'll be
Of
like,
course.
"Ah, mine next. How much you charge? When are we going to do this? How are we going to do that?" So for me, it's not so bad. Anthony, your house faces
East, I think.
east. So you don't really have a lot of shade other than certain times of the evening, right?
Oh, my evening
his
is all
evenings
shade.
are
Right
good.
at 5
Yeah.
o'clock, my whole driveway's shaded.
Oh,
Yeah.
lovely.
So
That's nice.
five all the way till the sun goes down. My driveway is shaded, which is I mean, honestly, that's what I wanted because I wanted.
Because in the
that for-
sun, but in the
'cause-
morning you are full sun.
But I
Meanwhile-
never wash it in the morning. That's not my wash time. It's
Mine
always
is the exact
evening.
opposite. And I'm not a morning person, so it works out
Well, what's
great.
yours, Dane?
Because my driveway faces west, so when the sun's going down in the evening, I get nothing but just like the fiercest rays of sun blasting through my front windows.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Wait.
The drive-through in the back.
That's why I'm thinking
gonna be
like
very
ooh,
nice.
that-
So you
that
do
could
all
be
your
a good
yard work
plan.
in the morning? Is what I'm trying to say.
Because I'm famously a morning person.
Wakes up at 1 p.m. He's like, "What's happening?"
Woo! Just woke up, boys.
No.
How's it going?
So yeah, it's just part of doing it, man. Part of the game. Mobile Detail says PA, not Pittsburgh.
Thank
go.
you.
And then Despacho says currently being lazy to wash my car because it's too hot outside. I think we're all at
Fair.
that point in this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cameron Messina says Dream Maker. That sounds like a gimmick. Ha ha ha.
Yeah. No.
G
need to-
Davis plus Famel. Ignore them and your family. That's what I do. It works great. Mobile Detail says, what's that? FSE? So it's Kosh Chemies FSE. Literally, that's what it's called. Kosh Chemies
Now, explain what
Finish.
it does.
Spray
Exterior.
Exterior. That's what it
Combination.
is.
The German's combination of words. I'm like, why doesn't make any
So,
sense? But
FSE
sure.
is a quick detailer with a lime scale remover or water spot remover, and you can use it as a quick detailer. And so it works great for those situations.
So, fresh sprinkler stain. Get
only
it fast.
and it only really works when they're fresh.
Right.
So
Yeah.
can't
We
use it
got
on the car. It's
Jesse
for 3
Rayo
months.
coming in here. So I want to give a quick shout out to Jesse.
Oh,
He hooked me up with some free food last week.
What?
And so
Wow.
I told
So
him
he's local.
He is local, and I told him he needs to stop in to the Red
Yeah.
Company
Oh, yeah.
HQ.
Give him
Maybe
a tour.
maybe this week, maybe tomorrow,
Mm.
for him to come check things out. Come
That'd
do a
be
walk
cool.
around, check out what we got here. He's a big fan, and he's definitely into detailing. He's got himself a Harley V-Rod recently, right?
Holy cow.
Porsche engine in that bad boy. Thing's a beast. And but yeah, he likes keeping his stuff clean. He likes correction. He likes watching all of our videos, and so cool guy, man.
Nice.
Like
All
him.
right. Well, welcome, Jesse.
Ulysses.
Happy Friday Eve, gents. Quick question. How many detailers on here offer more than detailing at their shops? I'm looking to start offering window tinting on the side. Hashtag free the hot trees. So yeah, Ulysses, I was literally just talking to Anthony the other day about how I too would like to start offering window tinting at the MOS
Spit
HQ.
out my drink.
I know, I saw that.
Sorry,
too.
it's the next
Free the
comment.
hot
We'll get there when we get there. Sorry.
So I was looking at it because I talked to a gentleman who has a local tint shop here in Boise, and he was just talking about getting started, and he's got a couple different ideas. But he told me
Where did he learn though? Like, how do you
he
learn
told
to
me
tint?
about it that he learned it from an online tint school.
What's it
And
called?
as soon as he said that, my Facebook feed blew up with online tint school companies.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy crap, they were listening. But it's that I was dying over because of the fact that I thought I was reading all the success stories and I was like, man, I should have added tinting to my repertoire at my old shop. There's so many things I should have done
It
that
seems
I
like
didn't.
a very simple next step for somebody in that position.
It seems like a very simple, easy to start, easy to get going with it, and something that you could probably make a lot of money with. So I asked Anthony if he wanted to expand. You know, Anthony and I run a very small business here out of the Rag Company. It's something that not a lot of people know about, but we have our own body shop. We do a little bit of body work on the side, and we do a little amateur PDR on the side. And I thought, gosh, wouldn't it be great? Because we do some amateur vinyl work and some amateur PPF, mostly just headlights. But point is, Anthony and I were talking maybe starting some sort of tint school, tint shop, where we could tint our own vehicles.
Yeah, just our own.
Just our own.
Oh, okay.
And maybe those of the employees with us, but we'd charge appropriately, like $500 for a car.
No.
Use some tint. And then the other thing was we not only that, but we're kind of a one-stop shop. We can do light leather repair. We can do light paint touch-up. We can do just headlight PPF.
Light body work.
Light body work.
Heaven forbid G.
Rattle
Davis
cans
ever
and
get a
some
hold
PPF
of
and
raw
some
footage
paintings
of
and
Anthony
some
using a
Yes,
slide
Anthony
hammer.
with rattle cans on my side yard over there springs your car down. But the
Don't worry,
result
we
is
sand
amazing.
don't worry, we can sand the dust out.
Yeah, it's
And that's
fun.
why there's
Point
a
is,
junkyard
so
across
I would
the
say,
street.
in all honesty, though, Ulysses, I think it's a great idea. Anything you can do to add extra revenue. I always looked at it as when I started doing headlights at my shop, I charged $100 for a set of headlights to refinish headlights.
Yeah.
Because I knew it was cheaper people all around. But if I could sell an extra $100 to a customer
Yeah.
to do their headlights,
You already got him in there.
it made it so much easier
Yeah.
to do. And so I go like, yeah, no problem. We'll dock it out. We'll do them. And once we got good at it, it was easy.
Yeah.
And I much rather schedule a wash and a headlight restoration than a full-scale interior detail that was going to cost 4 hours, because the wash and the headlights were going to take us 40 minutes for the
Yeah.
same amount of money.
Easy, yeah.
So if you can get it to where you're like, hey, man, we're tinting 2 windows and we're washing this we're doing this car and we're adding this, dude, it's just upsell. It adds to the ticket.
Yeah.
Which makes it much easier if you can get one customer to increase their tickets, or you can get a lot of light tickets, because you don't know it. Maybe you can get windows done quicker than you can detail an entire vehicle for more money.
Maybe.
And if that happens, holy cow, that's awesome. So
Yeah.
G. Davis says, Goodyear rates truck stop men's rooms. Oh my gosh.
Now we're
Finest
talking about
in
rating
town.
systems of tire companies.
Ozzy Bear the Rooster saying, what's up, boys? What's up,
Hey.
man? Matt, when do you guys plan on reopening the storefront in Boise? One of my family members went there the other day and was told it was closed due to COVID. Matt,
All
it's
right.
been closed. It has been closed since the beginning of COVID. Here's what happened. Our storefront literally sees maybe one person a day.
Like when it
Actual
was
store.
when it was running.
When it was running, when it was in the peak of detailing season, one person would come in a day.
Sometimes he would stand there
Oh,
for a while.
sometimes
they'd get a verse.
We don't
Maybe
we
two or
have anybody
three.
that works the front desk.
We never staffed it.
So it was just somebody would walk in, hello, and we're like, oh, hi, you want to
Don't
buy
get us wrong.
things?
We love offering high-level customer service. No question about it. But in the case of the storefront, honestly, most of the people who know the Rag Company are not locals. Locals don't really
Correct.
know.
I would
about
love an
us.
autonomous
So it's very hard
storefront setup.
Ooh, yeah.
to
It's
set up a
check-
functioning
self-checkout.
storefront that locals come into when we have no reliable stream of locals except when it's convenient for them, which I understand. I get it. Like, you want to come in, it makes perfect sense. But even then, unless you're coming in regularly, it's hard to justify dedicating one of the people we have who could be doing something else, going and just waiting around for somebody to come in the front door.
Dane?
It's hard.
I have a
Yes.
$1 million idea.
Okay, what you got?
Well, let me finish what we're talking about.
Yeah, well,
well,
first of all,
well,
let's
no,
address the fact.
So, Matt, here's
Okay.
the deal. So, what we did was, because we started shipping more during COVID, it didn't make sense to move our shipping area and keep our store in those spots. So we just closed the store, moved everything into receiving, and while everything was in receiving, I almost gave Dane a heart attack there. While everything was in receiving, it was much easier to pick and pull. So here's one of the things that we did. You can order online, and you can select in-store pickup. That's the easiest way for us. Now,
Yes.
going forward, we don't really have a space developed so that people can come in and continue to shop. I
The
know a
store
lot
that
of
people
people love
knew-
to wander through and look, but we don't have a storefront anymore.
The store that people knew no longer exists.
Yeah, we got rid of that. We've turned it into a fulfillment area for Amazon. So what we have is go to theragcompany.com, place your order, click pick up in store, and show up and pick up your order. You can still come down and pick it up. You don't have to pay for shipping, so your friends and family there can swing by. Now, if you are a fan of the Rag Company and you want to come say hi to me, Dane, and Anthony, well, we're not in the storefront area. We're not in the main warehouse. We're in the media building. So you need to message us and let us know that you're in town and that you're here and you want to come see. And we will be glad to give you a tour of all of this. So that's the easiest way to describe it. And maybe then if you need to pick up a couple things, we can help you out with that.
And as always, if you have questions, you can come here to the Q&A, or you can send an email, a phone call. We have a new customer service person.
We
in
got
addition
Josh
to Rebecca. We have many resources
Josh
available.
and Rebecca are just a tag team duo.
Yeah. So, you ready for my $1 million idea?
Yes.
Rag Company vending machine. I know. Imagine this, right?
Ooh.
Because we do have some local people here, right?
Yeah.
But they never really need a whole lot of stuff, right?
Yeah.
So my idea is, the larger
Couple
vending
car wash
machines with
towels.
the snack size,
Yeah.
you know where you can fit snacks in it, right?
Oh, I was thinking Japanese vending machines.
It
like the
doesn't
really-
matter. It
We
could
may
be a
have to
snack
go to-
vending
we may have to go to
machine
Japan for some of
or
these.
whatever it may be,
The
right?
kind where you buy a pair of shorts.
No, but this is just one of those
Sure.
ones, right? To where
Shorts.
maybe you have like our top big hitters, right? In 16-ounce pints, right? Bead maker, maybe like Express, Magic Wheel Cleaner, things like that, right? That you could get. And then we already have pre-packed towels. So then you're like, oh, they're popular ones. 365s, Creatures, Eagles.
Our friends at Auto Wash down in Colorado do that.
And so, and all they have to do is they could be detailing at 10 o'clock at night, and they say, dang it, dude, Rag Company doesn't open until tomorrow. I might have to place an order online. I won't have
I
my
need a
stuff for
couple
2
car
days.
wash towels and an Eagle towel.
Right?
Yeah.
And they say, oh, wait, the Rag Company has their secret vending machine. They pull up to the Rag Company, 10 o'clock at night. Bam, I need this, this, and this. Next thing you know, they're stocked up and ready to rock and roll.
Imagine, if you will, you know those 2 windows that stick out of the front of the building over there, which is where the store used to be. They're like bay windows, right? Where somebody has like a seat they could sit on or whatever. What if we just retrofit those to kind of be like a bank ATM, except one holds chemicals and one holds towels? So you got those 2 windows divided
like
by
a
the
drawer.
tree. And you got it in there. And basically, it's part of the building. We build it into the building, but it has like a credit card receiving thing. The whole thing's set up to be autonomous. It can handle day, night, 24/7
Seems like
access.
a lot more work than the vending machine.
And then we just stock it like a vending machine.
What about a
Yes.
Rag Company drive-through?
Well, I'm mostly trying to prevent somebody from trying to like steal the whole vending machine
Dang,
with a
that'd be-
big truck.
Well, dang, that's what security
Well, but
cameras
that's the
are
thing.
for.
A vending
By that
machine
point,
with
it's already
detailing
gone.
product, they're going to steal a couple $100 worth of detailing
If
products.
it's a part of the building, it's much more difficult to take.
We get bolted to the building. All
Yeah.
right. Peter
All right.
Brookins saying, great Michelin star explanation. Levi, you were right on.
Hey,
Thanks,
wait a second.
Peter.
That was a team effort.
Again,
Levi on
all
my part.
me. I'm the only one that knows about Michelin ratings. That's right.
Okay, I'll
Only
just-
myself.
I'll pretend I don't know anything, I guess.
Just like Uno Protect and Beadmaker. Again, all my ideas.
Absolutely.
All
And
right.
Sebastian, once again,
Yep.
does all the work here
Yep.
in the studio, as
Yep.
we all know.
Me and Sebastian, we basically own this place.
Yeah,
Is the 20 by 30 drying towel just the right for midsize SUV? Yes.
Yeah, that's a good size.
Alex Dewar, Anthony only eats Firehawk Indy 500 rated restaurants.
It's true.
It's all burnt.
Jamie Pollock says, hey guys, Ragmaster UK got the Ultra Wash Pad and mitts finally. Ordered 2 of each along with those new Pearl Pucks. Roll on the
Nice.
weekend. Thanks. Good
Enjoy-
work, Jamie.
Enjoy your weekend.
Despacho. So Anthony Wingstop is selling thighs now too. My question is, if there's a wing shortage, where are they getting the thighs from?
Right, yeah. That is kind of weird. You figure it'd come from the same chickens.
They usually do.
Wait a minute. Something's off
That
here.
is strange. That doesn't make
Yeah,
any
How
sense.
can there be a wing shortage
How-
and yet there's plenty of thighs?
Some deformed chickens.
Because, I mean, we're talking about poultry, so it can't be moved too far before it loses. Anyway, that is something to ponder and be worried about.
Yeah.
All right, G. Davis.
Dane and the Portuguese beans. Pretty sure I've seen that on Cinemax After Dark. Blaine saying, aloha TRC team. How long does Legend take to cure before topping it with Beadmaker? You honestly don't need to top it with Beadmaker, but I would at least wait a few days. It's going to take a long time for it to cure.
Inspiration you can go Beadmaker pretty much right after Inspiration, but
Legend's
Legend is a little bit
different.
of a different beast, and
It
so
streaks quite a bit if you put it on there.
It will just build so much.
Yeah.
There's so much product on the surface. I mean, it's a thick coating.
Yeah.
Mula PA says, best detailing brushes, Detail Factory brushes, hands down.
Yeah, come on over.
The Meridian Marmot back.
Yeah, you can pick them all up
Wow.
at theragcompany.com.
Wow.
I thought I had gotten rid of this damn marmot, and it's back from the dead, man.
It's not done yet.
Well, it says Optimum No Rinse. Who is Matt Moreland?
Moreland.
More men would be him. But,
More land.
More
It's a-
men, more land.
More land.
Matt's
unless we're
looking
making
for
a
more
joke.
land for the
I figure
marmot.
Meridian Marmot's making a joke.
Tone Zors says, thanks, guys. I also wanted to say I went on a leave of absence from my stressful job this week to focus on my mental health, family, and, of course, detailing. Thanks again for the help over the years.
Congratulations.
Good
That's
man.
Thanks,
looking after
man. That's
yourself.
awesome.
That's it,
Good
man.
work.
Take care of yourself.
Yep.
Cameron Kalinsky. Can I convert my Rupe's 6-inch Bigfoot orbital to a smaller pad? Cameron, I will message you on Facebook.
All right.
Our friends Shelby Buck and Emmett say, my truck is covered in dirty rain. Smoke, ash, plus rain. Is it okay to wash with O&R? Should I rinse it first? Full on pearl wash. The ash scares me. I know it's abrasive. Shelby,
O&R 's
if you
fine.
pre-soak it with O&R, you'll be just fine. You
Yeah.
can wash it with O&R. If you want to do full, you can do either one. Biggest thing, pre-soak.
O&R is still safer than
Yeah.
soap.
Yeah, you're totally fine.
Used
We do that
correctly,
all the
it is
time.
safer than soap.
Yeah, we do it all the time.
Yeah.
Chris Marcial, hey guys, what towel do you recommend for wax sealer removal? Been using fluffy 450 GSM towels, but I feel like there has to be something better that will make removal not so much of a chore. Thank you.
So more of a
I
chore.
just use 365s. I think it'll be just
Yeah.
fine.
Sometimes those
365s
longer
and-
pile ones can be a little more work. If you get something like
Yeah.
the 365, like he's saying, it's more direct.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just don't use too much pressure. That's all.
yeah.
Okay.
Joe Johns, hey guys, finally got my first TRC fibers. Got
Hey.
some Eagle, I'm assuming 350s or Edgeless 365s, and some gauntlets now just to use them. Also from Salisbury, UK. What's up, Phil Bloomer? Nice. Graham says, having watched a few of your car wash videos, is it your normal practice to foam the car, leave it, and use it as a wash medium rather than rinsing before washing? So, Graham, this is where we differ here in the UK, in the US versus the UK. What Anthony and I found is that most of Europe and the UK uses what is called a snow foam prior as a pre-soak agent.
Right.
That breaks up all the dirt, all that kind of stuff. Here in the US, we don't really do that. On some of our wash videos, we've actually just pre-soak with a chemical, then just use the foam, rinse it, use the foam, and then use that also as a wash medium along with our bucket of soap.
Yeah.
There's no wrong way. It just depends on what you're using. So if you're using an actual dedicated snow foam, we recommend you use it as a snow foam and you use it to pre-soak.
Well, it's a more aggressive
Rinse it
product.
off. Yeah, you're going to rinse it
speaking.
off.
The pH is
and then use
different.
your pH balanced soap as your wash medium.
soap. You see us foaming is oftentimes pH balanced soap, so
Correct.
it's not doing that.
Anthony, anything to add?
Nope.
There you go.
Okay.
Jamie the cleaner, Anthony.
What's the longevity of C1 on my deep freeze if introduced to traffic film? Hashtag help. Probably.
Does it have wheels?
Years and years. He'll be fine. Tonzors says, also another thing, thanks to Levi for admitting he's occasionally goes through a tunnel wash. With my schedule, the big family vehicle, it just has had to go through a tunnel wash a few times. It's okay.
I did that this weekend. My wife's car, there's nothing on it right now. Just Uno Protect and Bead Maker. I ran it through the car wash, and I ran it through twice. I went through the mister because it was filthy and it was dirty, and I was like, I'm not going to have time to wash it. I don't like her driving around in a dirty car. And I was just thinking to myself, I'm not going to have time tonight to wash it. And I just ran it through. And when I got it out, I noticed they didn't get any of the bugs off the front.
Yeah.
And the kid, I even said it. This is the only problem with being a detailer and going through a car wash. I went to the mister near my house.
Okay.
Now, remember, the Metros, the like new Metro car washes that are over here,
You're talking like the big tunnel.
there's
you
one on
drive
either
through
side of us, right? There's one just a half mile down the road and one about a mile up the road this way. Those ones, wonderful wash. Pull out the pressure washer, spray the cars down. They basically get them all wet, nice, and ready to go. Then they send them through. You know,
Yeah.
they spray the bugs, they work the bugs off, they get all that stuff
Yeah,
done.
you're all primed up.
Right. I pull into the Mr. Car Wash. Roll up. I get the most expensive wash, $18 wash.
Holy smokes,
Right?
Leroy. Baller, yeah.
That ain't cheap.
It's the family car. It's the Camry. It's an SC Sport,
Yeah.
right?
Deserves it.
So I tell the girl, cute girl working, I said, hey, just want to make sure you get those bugs off the front for me too. And she's like, oh, of course, I'll spray it on there. And I was like, do you have the bug spray up in the wash bay? And she goes, yeah. I go, don't spray it on right now because there's like 5 cars ahead of me.
Yeah.
And it's hot, sunny, 100-degree day. And I'm like, don't spray it on because it's going to spot, and I don't want that on there yet. And she goes, oh, okay.
So,
And
do you want me to or not to?
I said, I'll tell the kid in there to make sure he sprays the bugs.
Okay.
So I pull in. So I'm sitting in line, everybody's cars, and I noticed the first 4 cars ahead of me, kid doesn't pre-spray. Just sending it. Sending dry cars through the wash.
They're not paying me enough to care.
I'm like, oh, this
Just
bro doesn't
send
know
him.
what he's doing. So he rolls up. He's waving me in. I have my window down. He looks and he's like, hey, neutral. And I go, I need you to get the bugs on the front. He goes,
Your window's open, dude.
and he goes, yeah, I got him. And I said, no, you didn't. You didn't spray any bug stuff on the front. And he goes, yeah, it's cool. And pushes the button, and I hear the roller come up, and I'm like, God, roll my window up, go through. Come out, bugs still all over the front. I whip back around, and I go, hey, I need to run it through a second time because the bugs didn't come off because the kid never sprayed the bug stuff in there. She goes, oh, my gosh, I'm so sorry. No one in front of me. She sprays it down on the front. I cruise up to the front, and the kid's like, oh, and I was like, none of the bugs came off because he didn't spray it off. If you could spray it, I felt bad. I don't like.
I was gonna say,
I don't want to
having
yell at him.
worked a long time in customer service and everything, you be the kind of customer who go, oh, this guy.
Dude, you didn't do my stuff. So,
Yeah.
point is, ran it through, came out, they got the bugs off. But you're right, Tones. You can't just chase everything. Sometimes you just got to get it washed. And I knew that I was going to be polishing it later, and I was going to be coating it another day. So it's not going to hurt it because I am going to have to polish it anyway. So, all right.
The only thing stopping me from taking that truck through tunnel is how big it is.
Yes.
Quick break, and we'll be back here in a few minutes.
I think we got some new messages for people,
Yeah,
so check
look
them
at
out.
this.
All right. Hey guys, Zay there, the Rag Company, and here on the Rag Company YouTube channel, we've launched something new and exciting. We all love seeing garage tours and seeing how other people's garages are laid out, and we thought we would do our own twist on that. And while we aren't so obsessed, we're definitely good enough. And so what we want to do is make an entire new series, bring you guys along and doing garage tours of different people's garages to see layouts, what they've done with the walls, what they've done with the floors, what they've done with the lighting, the storage, the tools, the detailing products, and so on. It's going to be a really cool series to hopefully give you guys new ideas and maybe make it more relatable to everybody watching. It's not Obsessed Garage, but it's definitely good enough garage. So check that out here on the Rag Company YouTube channel.
Hey guys, Levi for the Rag Company. And in case you've been living under a rock these last few months, well, have I got news for you. You can go back and binge the TRC Rex content you want. That's right, we have neared the end of our TRC Rex build. What is TRC Rex? Well, it's our 2004 Subaru WRX STI, and we literally bought this car and completely rebuilt it. So go to the Rag Company YouTube channel and you can binge literally from the start all the way to today, which, well, we're pretty much done. But the point is, you can do just like Netflix and binge every single episode from the comfort of your couch. So go check out TRC Rex right here, the Rag Company YouTube channel.
Hey guys, it's Andy with the Rag Company, and do you have questions? Well, good news, because we have answers. That's right, here on the Rag Company FAQ channel, we answer all of your frequently asked questions. Whether they're about detailing products, operating procedures, or everything in between, we try to help you guys out to the best of our abilities and isolate all of that to one channel so you get a ton of information in one punch to the chest. So if you have questions and want to see more content on the FAQ channel, just drop them down in the comments and we're sure to answer those at some point in the near future. So check out the FAQ channel right here on YouTube. Hey guys, it's Anthony with the Rag Company, and do you know what's better than Q&A Thursday? Yes, that's right, it's Wash Wednesday. Not just because I host it, but because it is a genuinely entertaining and hopefully informative series where we take cool cars, cool owners, and wash in an impromptu interview setting. So make sure to check out Wash Wednesdays right here at the Rag Company YouTube channel. See some cool cars, see some cool people, and maybe learn a thing or two.
Hey, welcome back to Q&A Thursday. Those were some fun new previews. I'm glad we got something fresh on the rotation. Hope you got a chance to peek the new Garage series, which should be starting this weekend.
Wow, I'm excited.
So.
Who we start with first, Dane?
Gabe, I think.
Mr. Gabe Garcia. We get to check out his wares
Yeah.
in his garage. I'm pretty excited.
I will say, his garage is a much more pleasant thing to look at than, some future ones we've got lined up. But hey, you know
haunting.
what?
I like that.
I'm not
Dark
going to
and
put myself
ominous,
down
Dane.
too hard. We'll just we'll see what happens. But anyway, yeah. So hopefully that's going. Now, anyway, guys, anything to touch on before we get back to the
No,
comments?
that's about it. Other than the
Okay.
fact that you guys have probably been wondering when the new Coach Kemi wax is coming
right.
out.
You have an answer now.
Next week.
Next week, the hand wax.
The hand wax.
The honey wax.
The honey wax.
really
Here's how you do it.
Fancy high-end.
To find out when
Nice.
it's actually going to be released, you need to be subscribed to the newsletter. You have to be subscribed to the newsletter. That way you can get all the best information. The moment
Levi, where do I
it
sign up for
drops,
that?
you go to theragcompany.com and scroll all the way down to the bottom.
All the way down.
It says sign up for the newsletter, the details. Put in your email address, and that is when you know. We don't spam you.
I was going to say, but Levi, are you going to spam me?
No. We
Oh, okay.
only when you need pertinent information.
Okay.
Like when the new wax is coming out, when there's a sale,
Things I'd
possibly
be
a new
interested
product, things that you've been wanting to know about.
Okay.
That's when that is good. So go to theragcompany.com, sign up. That way you know, because it is going to be dropping next week.
You know what? It's almost as good as signing up for the details is subscribing to this channel. Now, if you're commenting, I know you've already subscribed because we have subscriber-only chat going on. But if you're not a subscriber, it's very simple. If you're watching this and you're like, hey, I can't comment, just go over, click the little red button, says subscribe, make it say subscribed, and next thing you know, refresh your page, and you can comment here and say whatever you want. So
There you
all
go.
we
Do
ask
be
of you
like
is
that
a simple
sometimes, though,
click.
Dane.
I really do
All
be
right.
like that.
Oh,
All
no,
right.
I'm welcoming you. I want to see it. Just
So
pour it in.
Matt saying, thanks for the detailed answer about Leather Star and Color Lock. Currently using Adam's leather conditioner, but was running low and wanted to know your thoughts. There you go.
Yep.
And then Decon detailing saying, Levi, what was the compound polish combo you used after wet sanding on Adam's truck? Curious as to how hard that clear coat was after what I think you said was a respray on the truck. So that truck was a new paint job. I don't know how old or new it is. Adam had bought this thing at auction, as far as I know. He said there was a lot of texture in it. He wanted to knock down that texture and remove a lot of that orange peel. So I wet sanded the truck, and then I used Rupes Coarse and Rupes Fine on it. And those were the two products I used, along with the Rupes Coarse Blue wool pad and the Rupes Yellow wool pad. Then I went over the whole truck with Pure and a yellow pad. You can pull those photos up, Nick, if you'd like. I've sent some pictures. This is what the
very
truck
nice.
looks like
Yeah.
now, currently, a few minutes ago, sitting in our studio. I drove it to work today because it is finished and ready to go. And then I have a couple other photos of when I was sanding it. So this is in the garage after I blocked it down with 3000 grit. You can see the whole truck has been basically blocked down. That's what that haze is. And then me working on the other side, getting it down. You can see I've made my way over the hood, but I haven't done the rest of the back half yet. So, but that
Nice.
was the truck. And just trying to get through it and get it as flat as possible because there was a lot of texture in it. So, but that's what I used. I did a combination. I had to do some 2000. I had to do a lot of 3000. I even hit a couple spots dry with 4000 and 5000 grit just to knock down a couple spots because I would cut a spot out and I'd see just a little haze. So I'd pop it off with a 4,000 or 5,000 dry and call it good, and then knock it back out. So
Aaron's says, answer, get a 5-hour energy drink, JK.
to Cameron
But is
trying
he?
to stay awake.
Phil Bloomer says, Joe John's actually from Wilton. I say Salisbury because it's more well-known,
There
LOL.
you go.
Yep.
Okay.
JP.
Best bug gut bee pollen remover.
Now it's question yellers. I like it. All right. What do you got?
Bug Off by PNS.
Nah, not even that, really. But yeah,
Bug
Bug Off
Gut.
works for
Bug
bug
Gut.
guts. Bee pollen is just kind of sticky. You can get that off with O&R when you
Yeah,
pre-soak
you don't
it.
need
It,
a
You don't need to worry about it
dissolves
either.
very easily.
Yeah.
Bug guts,
So,
though.
but yeah,
big
Bug
time
Off
bug guts
or
aren't fun.
W8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mike Gilsey, is that how you say it? Can Beadmaker be used on matte vinyl decals, or am I going to have to get used to that shiny decal life? It can be used on matte. It doesn't
Deepens
make
it.
It kind of
shiny.
adds depth.
It just adds a
Yeah.
little bit of dark. It darkens it just a little bit. It
Yeah.
doesn't necessarily make
on
it
other
shine.
things, yeah, stuff shines more, but on matte, not as
Yeah.
much.
Mobile Detail PO says canopy no bueno on a huge pickup truck.
Okay, so I mean, you got different options out there, but
Yeah. Jamie the Cleaner says all thumbs downers are certified traffic filmers. You're right, Jamie. That's how I feel. Mobile
That's how we
Detail
know.
says interior, exterior first. I always start with the interior first. That's just me. That's how I've always done it. Is do interiors first. Anthony, how are
inside
you?
out.
No, I'm interior first.
Yeah, I always like getting the interior done before I do the outside. Adam Hancock says, Levi, what pop-up canopy would you recommend for outdoor detailing? I need a large one that's easy to set up by myself and has enough height at the edge to pull in a lifted Silverado. So here's a couple ways you can do it. And this is what I did at my shop. There's an Ozark Trail 12 by 12 that you can pick up from Walmart. And it's got an arched, like the way it covers is it arches up on all four sides. What this does is give you actually like an extra foot of room to pull vehicles and taller trucks in. The other thing you can do, this is kind of a weird one, but it works. Get yourself 4 5-gallon buckets. If this is something you're going to be
Yes.
working about, get 4 5-gallon buckets and fill them with gravel, with road mix. Put lids on them, but fill them up so that they're at least 3/4 of the way full. Okay. Then you can set your legs in each one of those. This will raise your tent by about 10 inches to a foot. And what it does is not only does it create weight on the feet because you tie them to the buckets, but it also provides lift and a little bit more height so you can bring your vehicle in under and you're not worried about banging your head and doing all that
It's a
stuff.
secret.
Yeah.
I like
That's
that.
what I've been.
Wow.
That's what I did for years. Was easy because I always had buckets. I always had 5-gallon buckets laying around, and I'd fill them with rock, just road mix, because you can buy a bag of road mix for cheap and throw them in each
Yeah.
bucket. And I'd just fill them up to a certain line. I'd measure it out. Go, all right, I'm on them here. I put a permanent marker line, and I just fill my rocks up to there. But then I'd set my feet on there and then tie my tent down. So it's kind of a combo weight and height. So
that'll get you from most vehicles.
it'll get you most vehicles. It's just heavier, so you do have to account for the fact that
Yeah.
you're carrying that. The other way you can do it is water, and you can just flip them over and have a bucket of water. It just doesn't. Using the rock just made sense. It was a little easier, and you didn't have to feel so much about getting them off.
Yeah,
But
if you're-
you could also do lids, cut a hole in the lid to put the leg through, so you're
Yeah.
not worried about dust or sand or anything when you're using your compressed air or any of that kind of stuff too.
Yeah.
So.
Phil Bloomer.
I tend to use G-Technic W5 at a 10-to-1 dilution as a pre-treat. Spray it on the car, leave it for 5 minutes, then spray off. Works well. However, what works better, G-Wash or PNS Pearl Wash for a contact wash. There you go. Yeah, that sounds right.
Well,
Kirby
it's more of a
Thompson.
question than a comment at the end there.
Oh, however, what works better, G-Wash or PNS Pearl? Both. They're both pH balanced.
Yeah, you're not going to hurt
Yeah.
it one way or the
Kirby
other.
Thompson, TRC crew, afternoon. Time to sit inside and listen to your Q&A. Thanks,
Amen.
Kirby. Anthony.
Sup, guys? I love your content. Love Anthony's Honda content, too. Huh. Honda content.
Yeah, it's
Tim
weird.
Tim Young there looks
Weird.
like a Honda fan.
Honda content.
Yeah.
Bill Pearson sent me an email earlier today. I hadn't gotten a chance to reply back. Hey guys, really enjoy your show. I was watching Levi polish Gabe's Honda, and I was wondering if he could give us some details on those sleeves he was wearing. They look like something I could use.
Ah, yes.
So, you all know I'm a professional golfer.
No, you're not.
I've been golfing
Literally never hit a
for
golf ball
over
in your life.
30 years.
If there's one
Levi.
thing I know about Levi,
One
it's
of the
his
top
golf game is
golfers
impeccable.
in the world.
Levi, you literally flung your club at Top Golf into the field.
Then why, Anthony, do I have golfer's elbow?
There it is.
That actually is a great question. Explain.
So, I'm not a golfer, obviously. So, here's the deal. I have golfer's elbow, So there's two types of damages to your elbow.
Now,
There's
for the uninitiated, what's golfer's elbow?
That's what I'm doing. Two types of elbow damage. Tennis elbow, which is this side, and golfer's elbow, which is this side. So, or it might be backwards. Anyway,
So what's happening inside?
my elbows are messed up.
Okay.
But I don't have tennis elbow, I have golfer's elbow. So what I do is I have these braces that I use, and they're basically a compression sleeve that fits all the way across, so it puts compression on my joint.
Yeah.
And then I have a strap on them that wraps around and puts pressure on the joint, the other part of the tendon for the elbow, so that it just helps me move my stuff around.
Yeah. Some people look at it and they think you're trying to make a fashion statement, when in fact it's just you trying to keep your failing body together.
Yeah, those braces keep my arms moving, literally. So that's what they are. I got them on Amazon. I just put in elbow strap, compression sleeve, and I found them on Amazon. I picked out, you get 2 of them for $10, and I've been wearing them. They're great. They work really well. They stay on. I could probably gotten a smaller size because they're a little big now. They're starting to stretch out. But that's what I use. And my orthopedist just told me, keep wearing straps on your elbows if you're going to be slinging a polisher, because you're going to start feeling the pain. On Adam's truck, I did not use my compression sleeves or any of my straps, and my elbows started clicking for just about every 5 minutes for about 3 days. They just click, click, click. It's painful. It's not fun at all. So just one of those things. It's one of the, I'm always looking at things that I can wear all day that are comfortable, things that I can use, because you get hot. It's never fun to have stuff, but I always had different braces for my elbows when I detail, because my forearms would get sore, and it just helps bring that stuff on. So,
Yeah.
but you can find them on Amazon, Bill. But yeah, they're much needed, but it's designed specifically for my golfer's elbow. That's what it is. And I have it on both.
Oh, man,
Anthony,
G.
this is all you.
Dane, reread that.
G. Davis says, Anthony's 5 p.m. shaded driveway is also home to Jimmy Ellis's secret wrestling camp.
I love
Can't
it.
disagree with that. I mean, only
Makes
Anthony
sense,
knows for
all those
sure.
grunting noises, wonder
But if
why
it's
I
a
hear
secret,
those.
You
he
hear?
won't tell us here. All right, next up, Lars.
Lars!
Hey.
Hey, good afternoon. What's up, buddy?
Good friend.
Colin Cameron Kalinsky, I loved coming to the store when it was open. I know, Cameron,
Yeah.
apologies. But for right now, it's just, what's up, man?
For the time being, it's
You can
the
still
way it's
come
gonna
by
be.
and say hi and check
Of
it out.
course.
So.
Yeah.
Kirby Thompson cracked my Ulex to remove bad tree sap on the roof of a Tundra. They should put a warning for fire hazard while using it.
Because it's fire. It's
'Cause
so
it's
good.
hot. It's good
so
stuff.
good.
Yeah. No, it smells flammable, but it is mostly citrus based. So,
But
works
most
really well.
of your adhesive removers
Most of them are
going to
have a
be
solvent
like
that's
that.
flammable. It was 95% effective, but was using a bug sponge device to wear down the sap and black stains. Nice. There you go.
G.
Anthony with a slide hammer is now trending on numerous adult websites.
It's,
Despacho says rag company
hard to
vending machine,
forget.
very much a Japanese thing.
It
Yeah.
is. Konnichiwa.
yes. I would love that. All right. Now I have to find whatever the next page is. We're at. Nope. We're at the first page.
Wow.
Okay.
Alex
then.
DeWar says the new TRC front door decals on next day Nate's story looks so good. Yeah, they are. It's crazy. Our friends at Sticker Mafia did that for us, and it looks
awesome.
It looks awesome. And what's even more fun, I don't know if you guys noticed, but if you go inside, you can't even see the stickers.
Well, but see, we're telling them they can't come inside. So.
I know. I'm just talking to you two.
I
If
know.
You guys have
I
been
just for
inside.
everybody listening, it's like, oh, that's mean.
No, so our 3 doors that used to walk in, our front door that used to walk into the store, we closed that, right? And so we used to have a sign on the things that go to the side to pick up. So basically, we reskinned the glass. So we put these transparent vinyl on there, and it looks so rad. We got a really cool photo that Nate took that we had printed on the vinyl. And then we have the logo, the block logo, like on our T-shirts, down the side. And then on the other door, it says, go to the website to place your order. And you can pick up on the side door with arrows pointing to go down to the way. So really cool setup. Looks awesome. So
No, it looks great. Grand Entree.
Anthony.
I want Dane to be the anime character on a vending machine screen talking in a girl's voice. I would.
I'll
think
have
that'd
to
be
work
great.
on my like nervous, high-pitched laughter to match that energy. But who knows?
Oh,
Maybe
then
I
we
can be the
got
mascot on the vending
salmon.
Salmon.
Salmon Slim.
Oh, Salmon C. Salim.
Salmon C. Slim
Yeah.
says, "You guys rock with shipping speed.
Thank
Heck
you.
yeah,
Thank
man.
you.
We appreciate it."
Not for lack of trying.
Then we got Chris Thomas says, "Hi, I went to buy a gallon of PNS iron remover. You were out of it, but you offered to email me when in. Nice customer service. Very nice."
Thanks.
Definitely
yeah,
try and stay
it's
on
awesome.
top of
Thank you
that.
guys. And then Salmon saying, I placed the order and it went out in less than an hour for shipping. Nice.
Jeez.
It caught us
It's
at a
probably
good
going to be
time.
going out in the next hour, too. Brian Schwab, my neighbor, waits until the heat of the day to wash his car. Lol.
That doesn't make sense. Oh man, Josh. Have you guys ever coated a vehicle and once a week just used a foam cannon, rinse and dry and done?
Dane's way? Yes, you can do that. Sometimes it
have
works
done
pretty
that.
good, but there's still a ton of dirt and stuff
I
that you got to be
just
careful
make
about.
people cringe.
Yeah.
Graham.
How does Laura wash the Smurf's roof? I should probably on
Probably
her
a
tippy
step
toes.
stool.
I don't know.
Yeah. She probably
She's pretty
stands in the
short,
door
but
jam.
I'm
I
sure
would
she,
guess
sure
so.
she can figure it out.
Phil Bloomer.
Do you guys use G-Technic W4 in a pump foamer at all? And if so, does it give reasonable coverage? I don't have the option to use a snow foam lens. Yeah, so you can use W4 in a pump foamer. Foam
Just
Pro
know
2.
you need to have a right mixture of product, water, and air,
Yeah,
and maximize your pump so that
Yeah,
it's
you'll be
always
fine.
pressurized, fully pressurized.
you'll be fine.
Then
All
Jesse
right.
Rayo,
What the heck?
$49.99
Whoa.
super chat.
Whoa!
Wow. So who's this
Holy
gentleman? Who is this gentleman that
smokes.
brought you food?
Jesse's a long-time listener of the podcast. Right?
okay.
Like I said,
I
he
know
is-
why Glenn handed you that
I don't
because I
know.
read ahead and I'm not looking forward to
I don't know
that.
why she handed me that, but anyways, no, Jesse's awesome. So
Nice.
he has been learning a lot from our videos.
Nice.
Right? So he works at a food place. I'm not going to say which one. I don't want
Yeah.
to just reveal his complete identity, right? But no, we always chat there. So whenever I come through, he always knows it's me, and so we'll chat for a little bit. And so he's really into detailing. You know?
Nice.
He buys all the right supplies. He watches all the videos. And I feel like he's learned a lot, and he is a big listener of our Q&A.
Nice.
Well,
Well, thank you,
Jesse.
Jesse.
Thank you
we
so much.
appreciate it, man.
Seriously, thank
And
you.
so he paid for my dinner the other night for me
Wow.
and Katie, and I thought it was so nice
Jesse,
of him.
you're too kind, man.
And I said,
Yeah.
"Hey, man, I need to give you a tour of the Rad Company, bring you to the studio, show
Come
you
on,
around."
I'll give you a
Yeah.
tour.
And so
Absolutely.
Love it.
We
Thank
ended
you,
up planning
Jesse.
on him
Yeah,
making
thank you.
making a trip. I wanted to see if he had any time tomorrow, but we'll see what's going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah,
Be fun.
And give him a walkthrough.
I think that could be arranged. Corey.
I noticed that if I have to do a wash in the sun, letting a good pH neutral soap, GSF, for example, dry on the panel is way better than rinsing it off because it neutralizes those minerals in the water. Yeah, there's only a few soaps that you're able to do that with in direct sunlight that will still rinse clean.
Yeah.
There are a lot of soaps that don't. So you always got to make sure that you test. Pearl, for sure, is one of those. GSF you can do that with, but you just do need to be careful. So ridiculous. What are you guys thinking the Subaru is going to go for on Bring a Trailer? What's everyone's thought?
We have ideas in our head, but at the same time,
$5,000.
we don't want to spoil necessarily because we don't want to
So-
jinx it, right?
$4,000.
So here's what I'm going to say.
Uh-huh.
Oh no.
Currently, the market, the peak so far
Yeah, the peak.
for that mileage, that model year, that kind of style
Yeah.
is about $27,000.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I would like to see us break that.
Do you think that ours
Possibly.
is nicer than some of these other
I think
examples?
the one that sold for 27, I think ours is way nicer than.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see it break it.
Because there
That's
are
my
some
goal.
others out there I've seen that went for more than you would think. And at the same time, those were like bone stock and had crazy low miles.
Yeah.
Ours is low mileage. Nobody could argue otherwise. But it's not like sub 50 or sub 40
No.
like some of these other ones are.
No, but if
it's
you
Java
think
Black
about it-
Pearl. It's a 1 year only color, as you
Right.
mentioned.
Well, and what's
It's
neat to think
very
about
rare.
is, like I said, based on our comps with that model, with that year, with that color, all that, the fact that we can hopefully break 27, there's
I think we
potential.
can.
That's what the car cost new 16 years ago, 17 years ago. It's pretty amazing to see a car that you bought new to then be able to sell for what it's worth new. Like Anthony's Evo. You know, maybe
Yeah, that could probably
someday
get
it'll
there.
achieve that level. But he can't drive it as much though. So stop driving it completely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, one thing I think of that maybe somebody looks at who doesn't know like any of the story of the car, any of that stuff, they may look at it and go, oh, but that looks modified. It looks like they've done some stuff to it. So I don't know. Maybe it's not worth as much. Aha, you're wrong there. So the thing about what we've done to this car is that anything we've done is 100% reversible, and we have a lot of the original parts. We
Actually, pretty much bone
improve.
stock. The only thing we did was the
Right.
suspension.
The part that gives people that impression is the suspension. But what I want to point out is we have the original suspension.
You get those too with the car.
You get those. We have the original wheels and good new tires on those, and a new set of wheels with a new set of very high performance tires on them. It's basically all the things that you would need to make it a perfect stock example are right there for you to be able to do so. But we're offering you that plus more. So really, I think what we're offering is an extremely good deal to somebody. Whoever gets it, it's gonna hold its value.
It'll be great. Ridiculous says he has some floaters in his toilet and was wondering. Oh no, in his CSL. And I was going to use it on my work truck's windshield. Should I be fine? Should it still be fine and able to?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't
There's no
use. Don't
there's no
use
reason.
CSL on your windshield.
You don't need to just use it just to use it. Go use it on something like your refrigerator.
Yeah.
Don't use it on that. Use some bead maker.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah,
another
no,
super
I
chat.
can hear them laughing
Super
in the
chat,
background. I know that they're out there.
$2.
I clap for every other super chat, but I'm not clapping for this one.
Dane, I want Dane to chug a major melon.
I'm done
live.
because
There you
now
go,
I
Dane.
gotta suffer. Oh,
You can do it, boy. Come on.
everybody else is like, oh, I'm the fastest eater. Oh, and this, I don't chug. I'm a big boy,
Chug,
but I don't chug things.
chug,
I don't
chug,
I don't
chug, 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 chug.
I'm just
chug,
gonna be
chug,
sipping
chug.
indefinitely. You guys keep talking. I'm just gonna keep sipping. Nick, don't
Nick's
encourage.
putting in money for barfing.
Glenn
All right,
deviously
Chaotic
laughing
saying,
back there.
is the Garage series only on the TRC cruise? We don't know yet. We're only filming ours because we're right here. We are looking to maybe hopefully reach out to some other folks, maybe some great
The
listeners.
carbonation is too strong. That is sharp. Can't do that.
Dane, you
I'm
gotta
not a
open
chugger.
up your throat.
Dane, you gotta
relax,
open up your
relax
throat.
the throat muscle.
I don't do that. Like there are other people who are like, yeah, I'm cool at parties because I don't do that.
Oh my god!
I'm so glad you
Only
guys
That
are
was
proud.
great.
Oh,
Nick,
Nick
good job.
just said-
Nick just said something that made us all
Rhymes with
laugh.
throat. Yeah, but
Uh,
it's so I think that's the thing. What's
thing
funny is just
guys
us.
don't know how to chug carbonated drinks. It's
No, it's
Special
just
way.
bad.
Well, us just talking about that actually just
Delicious,
reminded me.
though.
It reminded me of the whole college days, right? You
Yeah.
know,
Oh,
like
man.
all the different chugs and the shotgunning and all that kind of stuff. Why?
what was the value
What was
there?
the point? Really, though.
If you
Get
say,
messed
oh,
up
you're making
faster.
memories and
I-
building experiences, no. It's everything
Whoa.
around that maybe was cool and
I
fun, but the
remember the
actual
parties-
act of doing the shotgunning and the other stuff is like,
just
okay,
want
haha, maybe you
cheers.
spilt on somebody or something, but
No, I remember the parties we would host at I had a party house for a couple of years,
Yeah,
right?
you know what it's like.
I'm sure G will make a comment about that.
I had a
Did
party
the
house
same
too.
thing.
We had when you do like a beer bong, right? You would spray the funnel down with Pam because it reduced the amount of carbonation buildup that would happen, right? So you spray it with Pam, you
Yep.
prep it, then you start pouring the beers in.
Do you get the
and-
butter flavored Pam or
Judgmental
olive oil
stare
flavored
coming
Pam?
from
Doesn't
Tim
matter.
as he walks
Nobody
into the back
cared.
office.
You just used whatever you found in your pantry, and then you
Gross.
just went for it. But looking
smooth,
back, I was
silky
like,
taste.
what was the point? Why couldn't we just sip that? That didn't make
Yeah.
any sense. So Dean, you don't
So
have
here's
to
what
I'm
you
so
could
sorry
do.
to anybody
Here's
who
the other
thought
thing.
we were role
I
models.
think it was
We are role
I think it was the
models.
chugging because you wanted everybody to cheer
Yeah.
when you finished. So here's what I think.
The
You just
reward of
start-
cheering is
at
not
a party.
worth
You
that.
just start doing a
to
random.
impress the girls.
You do
no.
just a random cheer.
I'll tell you right
Like,
now, no
everybody
girl
cheers
was
for-
actually excited to be around the guy who just chugged that.
No, it's like like you do like a cake scene. You come down, it's like all over you, and you're like,
He's like,
hey,
oh, love me. And they're
what's
like,
up,
I'm
ladies?"
good, thanks, bye.
Yeah.
is this attractive? No.
Okay, guy covered in high fructose corn syrup.
Sick. Anyway,
So yeah, chaotic. We're gonna be doing beer bongs and stuff.
no,
with
chaotic. So
sodas.
is the Garage Series only TRC cruise?
Oh.
No. So we want this to be. We want to bring other people into this. So what whether it's other local people, we want to see if we can even do this remotely, if we can keep the production value up. But we want to be able to have some we want to have some variety here. So what we're asking, if anybody's watching this that is local, that does have a really cool setup garage or anything that they're proud of that they want to show off.
A list of things you'd need answered.
Yeah. We're more than happy to come out, but we know that we have several other garages here to shoot for the TRC crew. Then we have a couple, fans of TRC that have chimed in saying that we're more than welcome to come check out their garage and do a walkthrough there as well. And we'll see where it goes.
And then G. Dave is asking, will the Gabe garage video include his shed of deceased pressure washers? I sure hope so.
I think I saw his pressure washer referenced at some point. So look forward to that this week. I think coming out Saturday.
Duke, Roberto Duke. What are the best drying rags, and can they be used with drying aids? Yes. Gauntlet, Pluffle,
Liquidator,
Dry Me River, Liquidator, Twistress,
the big
Twist
one.
And Shout, the big one.
I think the best feeling for drying aids, though, if you're using a drying aid, double Twistress, Liquidator, those just feel so good when using a drying aid. There's very good feedback from the towel.
Yeah.
James Franco, Fames Audio says, hi there. I work for a dealership detailing 42 hours a week. I'm on the verge of just quitting and going all in on my detailing business. I have all the supplies and equipment. Any advice?
Sacrifice your weekends.
You're probably going to have to because that's when people are available.
Sacrifice your weekends. Put it out there on Facebook. Let people know that you're taking appointments on the weekends to detail some cars and you're looking to start a new business and this is something you want to transition to. I would not leave your current job. I know you hate it, but I wouldn't leave your current job. I would invest in headphones and some good podcasts and audiobooks and things to get your mind off.
Listen to movies.
Of what you're doing, or do like Anthony and listen to movies, which are basically audiobooks. But the point is, get your mind off of that during the week. And then on the weekends, really focus on your business. Really focus on getting some cars scheduled, because here's what's going to happen. If you start scheduling and pushing, do it on Facebook, put it on your page, put it on this company page that you created, and share it. Let all your friends and family know what you're doing, how you're getting started. I guarantee you, if you keep doing that, you will be so busy that you might be able to make enough money to quit your job. But you've got to understand, there are a lot of guys on this chat and a lot of detailers, men and women, who are detailing and doing the exact same thing you're doing. They may not be detailing in a dealership. They're working a job doing a computer at a desk. Maybe they're doing all this stuff, but then they're detailing on evenings and weekends. And they're scheduling customers' cars. You can always tell a customer, as long as you're being honest, hey, look, I've got a regular job during the week. I don't mind detailing your car. Do you mind leaving it with me for the weekend? You can schedule 2 or 3 if you've got room for them, and just work on them. Have them drop them off Friday night or Saturday morning. You work on them, and you tell them to come pick their cars up Sunday night. And when you're all done and you're finished, you got 3 cars finished or 2 cars finished or however hard you want to work. I have 2 kids and a wife, and I still have a honey-do list, and I still have stuff I got to do. So I only take 1 car. But in terms of this last truck that I did, I had it in my garage for 2 weeks, and every night after work, I'd go out and work on it for a couple hours.
Yeah.
And then I spent my weekends working on it. So
if everything falls through, you still got your weekend.
And if everything falls through, you still got your weekends that you can do stuff now, or you can, you're not.
And you haven't totally lost your income.
And you haven't totally lost your income. The goal is to grow this to the point that you can schedule out work that will help pay the bills. Yeah. And if you can get it to where it's growing faster, then go for it. The other thing is maybe get there and start cutting down to part-time and say, hey, man, I can't work doing this. I got too much other stuff on my side. I'm doing it. But you will find more current detailers that are doing this as a side hustle and are all in the same moment you are. I will tell you right now, do not leave your job unless you know that this side gig is bringing in that kind of money, because it's going to be tight and it is going to be a risk.
Well, that's one thing I wanted to point out, too, was when it came to anytime you're in a job and you want to leave and you want to do that job, but for yourself independently, but you're still in the same industry and stuff, it's best to try, if it's possible, to leave on good terms so you can maintain a relationship.
Heck, you might even get
build with
that
other people.
Dealership as an account.
Yeah, you might become the freelance detailer who they call in for like, oh, we need some extra work. Great, you can pop in, but maybe you'll get paid more, or maybe you'll have better terms. Something like that works to your advantage. it's definitely possible, and they might just hire somebody else to do what you did before that, but they might need extra help. You never know. But if you're on good terms, at least there's a chance that if you leave on bad terms, there's zero chance of that.
Yeah.
So,
All right, moving on here. We got Ridiculous says, any tips on C2V3 as a drying aid on CSL plus EXO? Just 1 to 2 sprays per panel. Blend it in.
yeah.
G. Davis says, I met Levi and Tiger Woods at the 2008 PGA Championship.
Wow. What were you doing in 2008?
Well, we were enjoying a couple brewskis together, me and Tiger and G. The three of us just on the links talking. It was a nice break.
That literally didn't happen.
Really nice break to be able to do that.
Well,
really
what were you
enjoyed that.
doing in 2008?
In 2008, Dane,
I was a 28-year-old young man.
I was graduating high school. Just got my job at Lowe's. Working outside lawn and garden. Yep. Helping people with brick and other things such as that out to their car.
Nice.
Sweeping some floors.
No, I was going to film school, cruising the PCH down Pacific
Looking
Coast
for
Highway in my
friends.
SVX. I was about 19 in film school. One of my teachers ended up directing most episodes of Blue Mountain State, so I had that going for me, I guess.
Nice.
Well,
Guys,
Yeah, pretty cool.
look at us now.
look
Well,
at us now.
we made it, guys.
Graham Marshall, Dane, is that sign behind you off? Yeah, it turned off while he was talking. It literally shut
weird.
off. So,
There's little remotes for it.
Kirby Thompson, Levi and Anthony, do you either recommend a water filter for a pressure washer? Some have a 40 or 100 mesh. Any suggestions? Yeah, I would put a little pre-filter on my pressure washer just right before you put the hose in. That way it just keeps any extra sediment and stuff. If you don't have, like what Anthony has set up, you need to have that little filter because it does capture a lot because you don't realize how much dirt and grit and stuff is in city water.
Pretty crazy.
The funny thing was I literally took my faucet was no longer hitting the switch so it could like do the spray. And I was like, what the heck? I unscrewed it and I dumped it out and a pile of sand
Oh, wow.
was there. And I was like, what the heck? There's sand in here.
Yep.
And then I put it in some hydrofluoric acid to kind of help clean it out and shook it out some more and you could hear the sand inside.
Jeez.
And I ended up buying a new head for my sprayer and it worked perfectly again with the brand new
Sandy
one.
City water.
Yeah, so I thought of that, and I thought, I am so thankful I have that pre-filter to capture some of that sand. And mine is nice. Mine's simple, reusable. I just unscrew it, and I dump out the filter and rinse everything out and put it all back together, and it's good to go. And so, yeah, Kirby, must have. They're only like $10, $10 or $15. You can pick them up at Home Depot. They're perfect for that.
Yeah, who knows
I
what's coming
recommend
through that
everybody
hose.
that has a home pressure washer, it's the first thing you put on is just that.
All right.
Joe John says he did get Eagle 350s, not the Edgeless 365s. Thanks. Despacho, I need Kawaii TRC additions to the vending machine. There you
Some
go.
cute little figurines or
Yeah.
something, maybe. Well, we'll see.
Dirk Dew says, hey guys, great day. All greetings, Germany. Thanks, Dirk. We appreciate you climbing in. And then G. Davis says, how does Bring a Trailer work? I've never heard of it before you guys mentioned it.
Really?
It's an auction site for cars. Basically, you do the same thing. You post, you submit your application along with your pictures and your advertisement, and they help decide the reserve. They help decide, they want to make sure that your car is right. They do a VIN check. They do Carfax. They do whole 9 yards to make sure, and any stuff you can put on there. So it's really fun. If you go to bringatrailer.com, it's kind of where you kind of get to see some really rare, interesting vehicles that go up. And it's one of the kind of benchmarks for a lot of the Mecum and
they kind of set
those
the
auction
tone
houses like that.
for
Kind of
future
sets the
car
tone for that.
values in a lot of ways.
I don't think
And
it meant to do that, but it does.
it's kind of become that because it's kind of become the de facto car auction website. And I feel okay to talk a little bit more about this stuff because we're on the first page anyway. There's not a ton of comments above this. But like when you think of eBay, for example, traditional car auctions, people are used to that kind of thing. But the cool thing about Bring a Trailer is it's more social. It actually has, wow, the color on me is insane. The actual, process is a little bit socialized in that there are live comments in a feed down below the listing that are populated as the bids are coming in. The bids are part of that stream and the comments and all that stuff, so people can ask the owner questions while the actual auction's going on. And man, you get some people get kind of mean on there sometimes, but they're asking like the hard questions. And what some people like or don't like, and from a buyer's perspective, it's nice to be able to like get the real skinny on stuff when you're not sure about a car because it's online. It's hard to know sometimes. But the owner sometimes has to answer for like weird anomalies in the history of the car or something like that. And they'll ask like really specific stuff. And they're not even bidding necessarily. They're just asking.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's always a challenge. But that's why I'm glad we have the car we have because it's actually a really solid car.
Well, and what's fun, too, is to see when a car goes, and let's say it tops the market, it could be a car that nobody has even thought about.
Yeah.
And it tops the market on a car. And then that posting gets shared to all the various automotive magazines.
Yeah.
And
Any auto
they
blog or
post
anything
any
like
of
that,
those, all
yeah.
the blogs, all the
Jalopnik,
magazines,
all those.
everything get pushed out, and they're like, you'll hear it in normal discussion. Did you hear about that so-and-so car that went for this on Bring a Trailer?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, did you see this that went for that on Bring a Trailer?
The biggest examples of that are mostly these like 90s and early 2000s Japanese cars that have been going for sale and popping up on Bring a Trailer. Super prices, Integra prices, like Type R's and stuff. Things like that have really drawn a lot of attention. And when you hear like, oh my God, a new crazy, high price has now been listed for like what people were willing to bid on this model car. Yeah, that one might be like 100 miles on it. It might be an exception to the rule where it's just like nobody else is going to have a car that compares to this. But they kind of dictate without meaning to how the industry goes, like you say.
Yep.
So it's interesting. It really is. But it's fun to look at. If you haven't seen, you get some weirdo cars on there too, which I love.
G. Davis says, how much super chat money would it take for a live Dane massage chair session?
Oh man, I got to sit into one of the variations of the massage chair that his parents had. Amazing.
So did my children. They basically lived in it.
No, I
told them to
You
get
weren't
out of
sure
it.
what to expect.
well, I didn't know how crazy it was, and I sat in it, and honestly, I could have been in there for an hour.
Yeah.
But there was a party going on.
Yeah.
I need to go back outside.
I can't wait till you and I get ours. It's
So
gonna be
I think
awesome.
I think you guys should get them.
I think I just
We
need
could
to
be
go.
like in the old folks' home together, all
Christmas
sitting in
bonus
massage
maybe
chairs,
this
just
year.
chilling.
Christmas bonus massage chairs, maybe.
Can we make one weatherproof and put it on a porch?
Yeah, I would love just one of those in my garage. I
Oh,
could kick
yeah.
back once I get a TV mounted up in there.
Well, what you
Yep.
do, you get kicked back, hang out, and just like,
Just
got
go
your
0
controller.
G.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
just like, okay, now time to answer my
you're
emails.
trying to turn while you're driving, you're in a race, and you're like, it's hitting a spot, and you're like
It's-
starting to drool.
well, it's
can't move.
it's my new
racing simulator massage chair.
You
So
might
I'm like,
fall asleep while you're trying to drive. That's not good.
It's too intense.
Kirby Thompson says, thanks for saying no, Dane, to chugging down that drink. I'd hate to see you clean out the sinuses with that carbonated bomb.
Truly, it was starting to burn.
Anthony's party house was also home of the nude lumberjack division of the Idaho Forestry Department.
Oh, man. We're basically at the top of the page, guys. There's only four or five comments there.
Roberto saying, thanks, guys. I can't believe you pronounced my last name correctly, Lol. Well done. El Duke. Decon, for those ready to go through inspection and you need to remove your tint, a little steam and Ulex is all you need.
Great
yeah,
advice.
Ulex is amazing for glue removal. It's pretty awesome. Adam M. Great advice, guys, for Fame's audio side hustle until you can make it a full-time thing. That's really what it boils down to.
You're going to have a better landing to stick if you take that approach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frozone, not really a car detailing question, but I have a polished tile floor that has a clear coat similar to paint. I'm having trouble getting it to dry streak residue free. Any tips? Oh, it's a floor. It's hard to do. A lot of it is toweling. It's dirt. There might be a lot more dirt in the grout than you think. Have you tried a steamer and steamed that and then wiped it up as best you can? But my guess is you're probably dragging dirt from nooks and crannies, cracks and crevices, things like that on the floor. So that's my guess, especially on the tile. I'm assuming it's in the grout because you got to remember grout's porous. So there's a good chance it could be holding a lot of that in. So,
Man, that's everything, guys.
So a couple things I was going to say that I think some that people aren't maybe noticing or paying attention to so much, but a lot of that is that ergonomics when you're detailing too.
Yeah.
Especially when you're doing it as a side hustle, because I noticed there are days, Anthony, you'll come in when you've been working all weekend on a car and you've been like, oh man, I'm sore or I'm tired, my back hurts. There's things, but one of the things that has helped me this last week while working, and I know it's going to help you in the future, is our new Viper chairs.
Ooh, yeah.
You know?
Robust Steel Pro.
It is truly a perfect height to work on vehicles.
It'd be cool if somebody could watch you putting yours together. You know, I'm sure.
Almost, yeah.
Yeah.
They can go check it out. Actually,
What?
of my entire build
Wow.
at Levi Gates
Okay.
on Facebook, as well as my own personal page.
So they get to hang out
I
with
think
you.
it's
as
also
you put
shared on the
together
podcast
chair.
discussion
It's in
page
the podcast discussion group, which if you're not in there, what are you doing with your life? Get in there.
I think you can even go to Viper
Share
Chair
your
and
stories.
it's on there too. But
Wow.
point is, you can see it built. You can see how it works. Anthony, how are you liking yours?
So Levi, I love it. It's amazing. Honestly, it just looks good in the
Yeah.
garage. I
Yeah.
like to look at it. But yeah, I've been able to spin around. I fell off of it this last weekend, as I explained on my
lovely. Yeah.
main show podcast. It's great chair. When you're going down a driveway at speed with a camera in your hand, trying to get a cool shot, it doesn't work so well.
Nah,
the
I-
neighbors are watching.
The neighbors are watching, and you fall, and then they laugh at you.
It's a
and
whole thing.
You hang
Get
your head in
frustrated.
shame.
Yeah.
But besides that, though, it's amazing. Really do love that chair, and I think Viper chairs. I think they're killing it, man. I think the marketing is doing a great job, and
Thanks, Kirby
the chair
Thompson.
races were a nice break in the video
Yeah.
series.
Yeah, thanks, Kirby.
We
had fun making
that. But yeah, no, I think that makes a big difference. I think that the comfort of sitting there, polishing, detailing, and just being able to do that for a long period of time, because you don't realize how long you'll be in a position for, bent in half,
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
laying on the ground, and you'll be like, oh, I've only been doing this for 15 minutes, and you look, it's an hour later, and you think,
Yeah.
holy crap, where'd the time go? And then you feel it afterwards. You don't feel it at that time because you kind of have that adrenaline rush of the detail.
And
You're
while you're
vibing.
working, you're in the zone.
You're in the zone. You're having a good time. And then by the time you finish, it all hits you at once, and you're like, oh, man, okay, I'm pretty sore.
Gee, with a real question, is a whole crew going to MTE, Mobile Tech Expo?
In
I'll be
January.
traveling through Florida about that time.
So, we haven't decided yet. We are going to be going, but we haven't decided who's going to go or how it's going to be broken up or what
Right,
we're
'cause
going to do.
last time it was you,
Well, last time-
Josh, my dad, John.
Yeah.
Was there too? Okay.
So the last time we had tag team trips, week apart from each other, and so Jeff was like, I don't really want to burn everybody out
Right.
by making us travel, then come home for 2 days and then travel again.
Yeah.
So we divided and conquered because the three of us and
Except
Morgan.
for you did both.
I was the only one that double ended it,
Yeah.
and that one was tired. I was exhausted, but I had to be at both. But it was one of those where there's a good possibility we may be taking the team this year because of the fact that it hasn't been going on for a couple of years, and
Yeah.
and this will be the first real big one, and there's a good reason to go. So we'll see. We don't know exactly yet, but we'll find out. It just depends on what other trips we've got planned, what other stuff's going to be going on,
Yeah.
and whether or not it needs to we need to be there.
I
So-
know we've talked about doing another Tier SEMA in 2022.
In
I
March,
believe. We're
yep.
going to do it in March. So we kind of moved it from where we did it this last time, which was kind of closer, further in the early winter time, kind of, fall.
But yeah, gee,
yeah.
no, we hopefully we'll all be there. You can hang out with us again.
Grant
Grant
simply
Hawtrey,
wants to know.
the best dip for wings.
A good flavored wing traditionally wouldn't need any dip.
Oh,
It doesn't
Wow.
need it on its own, right?
Bold
Because it
words.
should be that good. However, with that said, I think that a good traditional ranch, a good creamy, buttermilk ranch, it can be pretty good
Of course.
to basically counteract the acidity of a good buffalo wing, right? So, for example, in Tony's wing recipe,
okay.
I mentioned that I use a small amount of pickle juice, right?
Right.
To increase the acidity of the wing. But in order to balance that out, if you want that balance, a buttermilk ranch is going to offer just a perfect
A little more pH balance.
perfect
solution.
counter flavor to it, right? And it's really going to bring it all together, but not necessarily dilute the flavor.
No.
Just kind of create a new one, right? And it really is an experience. However, I'm also a fan of blue cheese. I know that some people think blue cheese is disgusting. I think it's fine. I think it's good. It is what it is.
I'll put it this way: it's never my first choice.
And then Yoshi has, what is the best Mountain Dew flavor?
Ooh.
Now, this is kind of up in the air because Jimmy has a different opinion than most of us.
Yeah.
Jimmy's favorite Mountain Dew is actually the lemonade Mountain Dew that was available for a very brief period of time.
Kind of a special edition.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, briefly. I never got to try it though.
I
just
never got
remember
to try it either,
getting-
but he said it
we
slaps.
really like the Mountain Dew Rise drinks. Those have been
Yeah, those
really
Rise
good. Those
energy
flavors
drinks
are
are
really
actually
good.
legit.
Burn
Here,
clean.
our big fan is the Major Melon, Zero Sugar Major Melon. We
Yep.
did just order, though, G. Davis, we did order some Baja Blast
Which is
Zero.
my girlfriend Liz's absolute
So
favorite.
we just
bar
ordered
now.
some of that in our newest order. So
I think
should be getting
that
that tomorrow.
I think Baja Blast. I think it hooked us from a younger age from Taco Bell.
I never
or
ate. I've
T-Bell.
never drank it. Did you know that? Never drank Baja
Never,
Blast.
huh?
You never had Baja Blast?
Wow.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it was kind of an exclusive to Taco Bell.
It was Taco
But
Bell's.
It
Yeah.
was.
The thing,
it wasn't exclusive.
other than that, Code Red, I was never a fan of. I always felt like I
Too
felt
sweet,
sick
man.
after it. It
It's
was
too
never
red.
just like,
it was too
yeah,
red.
it was a lot.
And but I think the Major Melon
This
Zero
to
Sugar
me is like perfection.
hits
though.
the spot.
I love this.
I remember probably however many years ago it was, but they had the Voltage, which was pretty good.
The gamer fuel.
They had the Gamer Fuel. What was the purple one? Was that Voltage or
Maybe,
the
I
orange
don't know.
one?
I don't know.
It was one of those like
think
electrically
But the
named
thing is, they didn't
ones.
start doing the zero sugar stuff until more recently.
Yeah,
and
that's a more
I think
recent
that they have to
development.
perfect that for me to get completely on
Yeah.
board with their flavors.
This is the one that zero sugar that I still feel like can hang. Like this one's
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Frosting says, I just fried wings and used my homemade ghost pepper sauce.
Ooh.
Wow, that sounds delicious.
Ooh.
Frosting, I would I'd be interested to try your homemade ghost pepper sauce at some point in time.
Pitch Black. That's what he says.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
Pitch
it's that
Black,
purple,
yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Best way to clean glass on the back window and glass on front of the canopy on a pickup. Get yourself a couple of glass towels, glass specific towels. It doesn't really matter which ones. It's all personal preference. I always like the FTWs. And then some glass cleaner. Honestly.
Yeah.
It's the best way to do it.
Very simple.
G. Davis Baja Blast is the best Mountain Dew. Baja Blast Zero is very hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
And then Umberto, question for Alcantara. I've always used Sonex. Would Koch, Chemi, Polestar, or PO, right, Polestar, as a cleaner, then use LS as a protectant? Yeah, you could.
Well, not LS.
You don't need to use
no,
LS as a
oh,
protectant. Yeah.
yeah.
You wouldn't need to do that. You just clean it.
Just clean it.
I
Just
still
clean.
feel like I'm learning the acronyms in some of those.
Yeah.
So
You wouldn't
Yeah,
need to use
no,
not
letter
quite over
star
yet.
as
If
a
you said the
protectant.
whole name, I would know what it was.
No, you're just cleaning it. Nothing to
Yeah.
protect it with. Alex Gijo
Gigovosky.
says, "Sup guys, late to the party. I know you can mix GSF and Green Star into a foam can together. It'll be magical, but that should only be once in a while. It can't be every time, or can it be every time? No, just every once in a while, man. Maybe like once every couple, once a month, maybe once every couple months. It's
If you're washing every week, there's
think
no
of that
need.
as like a
All the time.
decon style wash. It's how dirty is the car? Does it really need it? Is it contaminated when you feel the paint on a clean vehicle? It's just a matter of whether or not
It's what we talked about
it's
earlier.
necessary. Yeah, we talked about it a little bit earlier. So I don't know. Do it as is. Grant Hawtree says, "Ranch, don't let Joey Diaz hear that." Interesting.
Is G. Davis is Serum Summit enthusiast friendly? Yes. Yeah,
Very.
totally.
Yeah.
There's
No,
just a lot to learn. A lot of
it's
different classes
a
you can
fun
take.
experience.
Yeah.
It's a fun experience, except when it snows.
Yeah.
Then it's a really fun experience. If I'm honest, I think we had a lot of fun.
Dane, we were
Me too. It
we
was
were
a
trying to
great
get a
time.
couple.
I'll put it this way, though. We made
Well-
our own fun.
We had to. We did creative.
Watch our video on that
Kirby
if you
Thompson,
haven't,
I
by
have
the
not
way.
purchased
It's
Major
a
Melon.
good
What
time.
type of melon flavor is it? Need the zero sugar flavors. It's watermelon.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's like a watermelon soda. So it's actually really good.
Not overly
Um,
sweet.
Yep.
Jer-
Graham Marshall, do
Graham.
you ship your clay towel to the UK? We used to.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have any right now. We're out of stock.
does Rag Coming to Europe have any?
You
or
might
Rag
check.
Coming to
You
UK?
might check Clean and Shiny UK, or you could even check and see if Rag Company Europe even has any. But those would be the two folks that possibly have some. If not, you can check. I think Amazon maybe, but I don't know. I don't think so. But yeah, those would be the three: us, Clean and Shiny UK, and Rag Company Europe. See if they have any clay towels available. But we're out of stock, and we've been out of stock for a while, so I'm assuming they're also out. But
Doing our
Fames,
best
any
here.
chance of hooking a guy up with some towels? I was looking at the edgeless towels and dry me a river on Amazon. Lol. Thanks, Fames. So an easy way to get started is every 3 months we have a Grambassador program in which you apply to become a Grambassador for 3 months to a year. Point is, at the end of that year, if you become the best Grambassador we choose, you get a massive prize pack that will help. It's actually helped a couple guys. The
Literally,
past
they
two winners
started shops,
start their
with their
businesses
prize.
and go full time as detailers.
It's not some dinky little thing. Like in the last couple of times, it was multiple thousands
So-
of dollars worth of product.
I would advise you to go on Instagram and follow us and stay up to date. We've got about 8 weeks left, 6 to 8 weeks left of this quarter. And then the last quarter, the fourth quarter, is going to be starting. Or Anthony's going to be picking and looking for Grand Ambassadors. So please stay tuned on this channel. Watch the shows, watch the live Q&A, watch the podcast or listen to the podcast, and keep up on Instagram so that you know when exactly it's time to fill out your application.
And
But that's an easy way to get
in the
product.
meantime, to save yourself a few bucks, head over to Instagram. Whenever you want to order from our website, use the promo code from one of our Grand Ambassadors. You can pick the one you like and support them.
15% off,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's
Pretty
not
crazy.
nothing. That's as much as most sales. So that's actually a
Yeah,
really
and you
good
can,
deal.
and you can use it as much as you want.
Yeah, there's no limit. So give that a try. Yoshi.
I believe Dane meant cleaning the glass in between his truck cap and topper without
Oh.
taking the topper off. That's hard to
can
do.
Be a challenge.
Take the topper off.
So on my sport track, that window on the
Yeah.
inside of my
Don't
cab
bring
actually
your sport
folded.
track into this.
It folded
you
down in.
abandoned that vehicle,
That is a
Dane.
That is a great. That is my favorite thing. If I had to buy a
Yes.
shell, I would make sure it had that option.
It had a fold down glass window
Yeah.
that matched up to the cab, and I was like, oh.
But
thank
I'm
God.
with Anthony. Keep
Yeah.
those words out of your mouth. That sport track.
Yeah.
You abandoned
My
it like
grandpa
a
did.
child.
Dane, that was meant to
Fire
be the truck
department.
that got you to where you're supposed to be today. And look
No.
at you now, driving
No.
a Ford F-350
Super
Lariat
Duty.
Super Duty dually.
With a
I
6-inch
mean-
lift and 37s.
Dane,
On
what
26
happened
inch
to
wheels.
Well, yeah, what happened
I went
to
from G-Pod to straight G.
Guys, I put Apple CarPlay in my
you
in my
bought
sport
that
track.
car for a toilet. To haul a toilet, you bought that vehicle. The
I mean, that-
Sport Trek toilet machine.
That short bed wasn't going to be good for much else.
I remember when he brought it the next day, and I was like, "Did it come with all that brush and a toilet?" And Dane's like, "No, I put that in there." And I
Cleaning
was like,
out the
"You
backyard.
bought it yesterday?" And he's like, "Yeah," and I loaded it up already. I'm like, "All right, impressive,
Didn't waste any
Trucks.
time.
impressive."
Because I'm such a truck
Yeah.
guy, you know.
The clay towel has a "Don't soak it" warning, but I see you guys do it all the time. Should it stay fairly dry, or can it get dunked in a soap bucket? It can get dunked.
It can absolutely get dunked. We just don't want it living.
Yeah,
in, we don't want
leave
it
it
living
in there.
in a bucket.
So I will tell you, I made mine live in a bucket because I'm stress testing it to make sure that it can do
Levi,
that.
no.
Let me tell you, it does a lot better and it lasts a lot longer if you rinse it out and let it dry after every use.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go. We just don't want it living in a bucket because we know that's how a lot of people treat some of those clay
And the
towels.
videos you
Well, that's
see,
the easy
we've
slash
grabbed them and
lazy
thrown them in the
approach.
bucket, and then we've hit the record button on the cameras and
Yeah.
started washing the
Right.
car.
yeah.
But
But just
sitting
because
in
you
the
see it in the
bucket for,
video start there doesn't mean
Correct,
it's been
yeah.
sitting
like,
there since the last
when we
video.
prep everything, I'm not going to say, I'm taking my dry towel and I'm dunking it into my bucket. All right, we're about to shoot, throw it in. All right, let's grab and go.
Okay, so what Anthony's saying here is basically we trust our audience to be smart enough to understand that when we do something, we're not literally treating it as if that's how it's always been. It's just for the scenario we're creating.
You can soak it while you're working.
Yeah.
Just when you're done and you clean up, bring it out, put it back on your table, and call it
Yeah.
good.
First from Puerto Rico says, thanks, guys. Yes, PO is Polestar. Always wondered Coach Chemi LS could also be used for Alcantara too. Alcantara besides being for leather, suede, and leather material that is perforated. So, yeah, you can use it on perforated leather. You can use it on smooth leather. You can use it on just not suede. There's just no reason to use it on a suede.
Yeah.
There's just no reason to. Dave Preston says, I mean, getting between the canopy and the cab. Yep, we got that.
You know what? If you use the Detail Factory wheel brush, couldn't you get in
Yeah,
there? It's like a
yeah.
paddle. It's kind of
You
thinner,
probably
flatter.
could.
Probably the gap is big enough to allow for that to go in there, depending on which. Don't use the scratchier one because it comes with two different sleeves.
Yeah.
Use the more wash-friendly one.
Yeah.
Yep.
G. Davis with the actual code here says, I use the Spanish code Dane El Nudo for 25% off.
That's not a real
That is
code.
not a real code. Please don't try that. The guys who work the back end of the website will be very concerned.
We're getting a lot of this code usage. It's not.
Why do they keep trying to use this code?
Polestar confused me too since I don't follow their naming standard like they do with Green Star GS, Fresh Up FU, Gentle Snow Foam GSF, etc. Yeah, it's PO. So
Yeah,
it
we
sounds very
know
funny.
some of the more common ones, but sometimes some of these newer ones, I'll miss them because I only know it by its full name.
David saying, "Oh my gosh, I missed it! No, did I miss any important announcement? Do you guys need any more Mexican snacks?" No, David, we are good. Thank you so much. You are
Good.
amazing.
You are wonderful.
Don't worry about missing it, brother. We're good.
As far as announcements go, we did touch on a
Well,
number
the
of
wax
different
is coming
things.
out next week.
Yep.
We'll talk about more of that next week.
Yep.
But the Coach Kimmy wax comes out, so you can get that. Yeah.
The suit will
And
be
then-
going up on Bring a Trailer in
Yeah,
about a
Subi,
month or
yeah.
so.
Ethan Turney saying, "Hey guys, 2 questions. Do you have international ambassadors?" Yes, we do.
Yes.
And do you guys throw out the pearl coating towels after one use? Thanks, guys. No, I usually recommend getting as many uses out of a towel as you can. Now, a pearl towel can be used for coating. I recommend soaking it, washing it, calling it good. And then you could always use them for interior or dirty job towels
demote
or
them,
house
yeah.
towels or whatever. Use them for towels after that. Just don't put them on paint again. As to international Grand Ambassadors, yes, we've done international Grand Ambassadors every quarter, but this quarter is the first time we only have U.S. Grand Ambassadors. But last quarter, what
last
we have,
quarter.
we had a girl in
We had a girl in all the way in Croatia.
Yeah,
Croatia.
we've
We
had
had a-
Croatia, we've had Ireland, we've had
Australia.
we've had New Zealand, we've
Yeah.
had all over
All
Puerto
over the
Rico.
place. It just depends.
Yeah.
Just depends on the quarter. Depends on who applies. But the thing is, when G. Davis refers to the back end website,
No, it's the
it just
website
co-
back end. It's the
it-
back end of the website,
it
not a
comes out
website for
different
back
from
ends.
him.
That's a different kind of website.
Here we go.
Just saying.
Ryan says, "Hey, sir, we'll have to catch up on the podcast. Have a great weekend." Levi in the what's it says? Levi Rags Riches does work on mildew smell and household microfiber towels.
Excellent.
Awesome.
nice.
That's what you
Gipsy
want.
says, "Sorry to go back to the topper question again, but would the invisible glass clean and reach tool fit? Maybe."
I
Possibly.
think it might.
Maybe.
The only concern would be like if that arm has like a curvature to it. If it's wider, the curve is wider than the actual
Yeah.
space that you're trying to get into. Otherwise, you have to like angle it in, which might be a little trickier. But I think the Detail Factory wheel brush might actually be a good candidate.
Probably to
Oh,
clean.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
Michael Myers. Hey guys, great show. Very interesting and inspiring. Quick question.
Okay.
And then David Cervantes, have a good weekend, guys. I'll be there for the podcast.
All right. We'll see you
here
next
we go.
week. Then.
Michael Meyer. In the Renaissance.
Oh, there you go.
Just real quick. In the Renaissance period of France, art
boy.
was very relevant and important. But a few years later, the Nazi regime was driving straight forward to Mercedes. Now, in Corona times, children still play Mario. Great point. Decon, the wax is
Wow.
absolutely awesome. Honey scented, and like Levi says, it's like putting soft butter onto fresh toast. Don't eat it. Lol. You guys,
We're getting the music.
every time I say it, that's when it's working. So
Yeah, but seriously, don't eat it. We'll talk more about that probably next week, something like
Yeah.
that. Anyway, guys, thank you, and gals, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. We always appreciate you here. And if you watched and you didn't comment but you wanted to, just make sure you're subscribed. That's all you got to
Yeah,
do.
that's
Subscribe
it.
to the
Simple.
channel, and then you can leave any comment or question you want. And more likely than not, we will have an answer for it, even if it's more entertaining than informative. We'll just
There
have
you
to
go.
see which way it goes. So anyway, guys, we'll catch you next week on the podcast, on the Rag Company podcast channel. And until then, just have a great weekend.
See ya.
ya.